The light guides my steps and illuminates my path. The light flows through me, and by its grace am I made one with all that is sacred. The light
Liadrin, it has begun. I need you with me on the wall.
Lorthamar, the void will envelop us soon. Only the light can save us now.
No. The time for prayer has passed.
The Sunwell will not fall. Not while I draw breath.
Little elves, I can see you grow weary. How much longer can you hold out? Flee and save yourselves.
Liadrin, don't!
You see? She understands it's hopeless. Soon, you all will.
The light guides my steps and illuminates my path. The light flows through. I know that I am unworthy. Without your aid, we will perish. Please give them strength. The Sunwell will not fall!
Not while we draw breath.
The light flickers, and in its trembling glow, you still cling to hope. How quaint.
The shadow is closing in. It hungers to devour everything. Our home, our kin, our hope. We cannot succumb to fear. We must not falter. There will be no victory without suffering. No survival without sacrifice.
You feel it, don't you? The call of the void, that devouring host, with no mercy, no equal. Come, little lights, and be extinguished.
The darkest night falls upon us. But if we stand together, the dawn will come. I call upon you now, champions of the light, defenders of Azeroth. Summon your strength, steel your hearts, because today, we fight! The light guides my steps and illuminates my path. The light flows through me, and by its grace am I made one with all that is sacred. The light guides...
Liadrin, it has begun. I need you with me on the wall.
Gorthamar, the void will envelop us soon. Only the light can save us now.
No. The time for prayer has passed.
The Sunwell will not fall. Not while I draw breath.
Little elves. I can see you grow weary. How much longer can you hold out? Flee and save yourselves.
Liadrin, don't.
Light be with you.
You see? She understands it's hopeless. Soon, you all will.
The light guides my steps and illuminates my path. The light flows through me, and by its grace am I made one with all that is sacred. The light guides my steps and illuminates my path. The light flows through... I know that I am unworthy. I don't know if I deserve your help, but I know my people do. Please give them strength.
I admire your spirit, but that will not save you. Soon, I will break your world.
You can't even break one elf.
This darkness comes to devour everything. And when it is finished, there will be no more light. Without your aid, we will perish. I beg you, help us. The Sunwell will not fall!
Not while we draw breath.
Cyclone around the corner, Raikou can't get there. And Waz explodes! Gee, Blocktor are playing out of their minds. This is personal. Oh, almost not dodging the song of Chi-Ji, but everybody is dead. How is Sidhu gonna pull this one back?
Hello, Internet. My name's Taliesin.
And I'm Evitel.
And it's Friday here in Cologne, Germany for Gamescom 2025. Evitel, what's your favourite thing in the whole wide world?
This.
Player
right here,
housing
right
is your
now.
favourite thing in the entire world. And who are your favourite creators in the whole wide world?
It's funny that you mention it. I'm a really big fan of Snow Mixie.
Me
She's
too.
superb.
She's brilliant.
Yeah, Marcellian and Flame, Disguised Toast, Skara. I don't know why all these names are coming to me right now.
I
but
love
I'm a
those
huge
guys.
fan.
What we should do is we should get them all together in one room on one stage. We should throw them into player housing so they can test it out and showcase it, and then we should make them compete and find a winner, and the others are all losers. And then I'll know which one of those is my favorite creator, because at the moment I just can't decide.
I think you're onto something. So welcome everyone to the Player Housing Showcase here at the Creator Clash live at Gamescom 2025. It's a joy to be back with you, be back here on the stage, which is looking very snazzy still.
It's looking even better than it did last time we were here for the first Creator Clash. Everything's going to be better this time. You've got a bunch of players that have had even more practice with player housing, so they know all the secrets, they know all the tips and tricks, and frankly, they're just better creators than the first lot we had in the first place. So it's going to be a massive, massive win. We've been playing so much player housing here. You can see behind us, we've got a huge house. Esfand's house, where he allows people to come in for 17 minutes at a time and stand at a desk and play WoW player housing. Because he's just that kind of guy.
How were your 17 minutes? How did they go?
They were the second best 17 minutes of my entire life. They were so good, and I made incredible things like a big street inside, and I made like a cafe, and I made hairdressers.
That's delightful. But you know what? That's not the only thing that's been going on here, because we have had some lovely events, showcases happening live on stage throughout the whole event.
It never stops here. We've had player housing, we've had dungeons, we've had delves, we've had EU versus NA, we've had non-stop competitive action, like you're seeing on the screen right now.
And of course, PvP.
Oh yeah, PvP! Do you know what? I always forget that PvP exists, but I'm just jealous. That's all it is. I wish I was good at PvP.
I know.
And look, this is the kind of amazing player housing work we see.
Yep. We had Zaryu, we had Annie Fuchsia on. As you can see, they were here last time.
Annie Fuchsia, who lifted the cup in the end.
She did.
She was the absolute winner. She's the reigning champion, in fact. And is it any wonder with absolute masterpieces like this?
So she had a great deal of style and panache. I think she might have a future outside of YouTube and streaming if that's the way she wants to go.
Everything she designed had to have like a separate bedroom. She'd design a room, but then there'd also be like annexed by a bedroom, and that was always the really cozy bit.
Okay, but this though, Tally, Zaryu's jumping puzzle was next level,
Well,
but unfortunately
it was many levels.
But unfortunately, despite all the amazing creativity shown by everyone else, Annie Fuchsia took the cup home.
Yeah, and I've got to say, Peekaboo's PvP arena that he made looks just like the real thing. Can you see?
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. That's just the thing.
No, obviously we have like real life PvP with. This is the dungeon. Invitational that we had here, where the players and the regions went through everyone's favorite dungeon this season, the streets of Tazavesh.
Yeah.
There's nothing that can go wrong here at all. We made
Absolutely
it
nothing.
incredibly easy for them.
Smooth sailing in every case.
Yeah, and we got to see some top tier action. Zaryu forgot to actually kind of keybind any of his abilities, but apart from that, it was a lesson for everyone who was watching. A lesson for me. Look, I went into this dungeon at the beginning of the season, and I thought, I've done this before, and I got absolutely smashed and destroyed by boss mechanics I hadn't seen in about 5 years. And it was beautiful to see professional players like Zaryu do that as well. It made me feel really good about myself.
And it was really lovely seeing people go through delves as well, having a look at the new one, which is based in the Azure Vaults, which I've been enjoying.
It's the Azure Vaults like you've never seen it before, Evie, because how about it's the Azure Vaults, but then you just like zap around in portals and fight
You ride
things.
a dragon.
Yeah, exactly. I'm sold. And Azure Vaults as well. I don't know about you, but I've been caught out in Azure Vaults a lot this season. I get wrecked by mobs in Azure Vaults.
Let's not forget that Esfand whipped out the horn.
Well, that's what we pay him for, right?
Exactly, to whip out the horn and to dress up as Bran Bronzebeard himself, which be a fitting goodbye for Bran when midnight rolls
that's
around.
That's not Bran. He's remembered his hat. He's got his clothes on. Make it current, Esfand, come on. And then, of course, there was the PvP.
The real pros, Dire Wolves versus Echo. absolutely smashing it. I don't think Echo has anything else going on right now. So.
No, they're just sitting at home twiddling their thumbs, waiting for new content to tackle.
And then finally with Welcome to the Jung versus Chibaku Tensei, with Chibaku Tensei taking the win in the end. Oh, it's thrilling.
I didn't know you were such a fan of PvP, Evie.
Oh, little do you know, I am.
That explains a lot. It really does. I have a rich and storied history in PvP, as well you know. You know, when BFA started and I wanted me that beautiful, big, round, bouncy, perfectly formed hippo boy for the Alliance in Season 1 of BFA, I knuckled down.
Like the hippo mount.
I knuckled down and I teamed up with some friends and I went into threes and, I mean, my threes matches looked a lot. I thought we were looking at some old footage of my PvP days for a while there.
Yeah.
But it looked exactly like this, so I recognize it. I'm down, yeah. And it only took me about 3.5 months to earn that hippo. One grindy win at a time.
And you did it. The important thing is, Tally, that you did it. You put your heart into it, your soul, every last minute of your time.
And then I felt a tremendous sense of achievement, which lasted a whole 2.5 years before Blizz made the hippo available to everyone. I'm still proud of him to this day, and it's Alliance specific, you know. That's something that's very special about it.
Yeah, that's a great one. And of course, you know, a huge shout out to Nagura and Makes, who are doing the German casting on this. And yeah,
Well,
I now
casting?
understand PvP and German.
I learned how to speak German through PvP, which is why it's terrifying when I speak German. You know, everywhere I go, I'm just trying to buy like a bottle of water or something in a shop, and I slip into my PvP German, and, you know, alarms go off, and people get really uncomfortable. But it's worth it. Yeah, you see?
In it to win it.
And I do love PvP, and I do miss it, and I mourn it's not here anymore. But the thing I love most of all is player housing, Evie.
Oh, even more than PvP.
Even more than PvP. That's a new thing, but it's how I feel, and you're just going to have to roll with it.
What is your favorite thing about player housing, Tally?
My favorite thing about player housing is just the freedom that it gives you. You know, like when I've been privileged enough to play player housing a couple of times in recent weeks, including a couple of months ago at Blizzard offices in Boston.
Lucky
and I went in there with my YouTuber head on. You know, I wanted to break it, and I wanted to see things I wasn't allowed to see, so I could tell all my patrons, and they'd feel really special, and I'd feel really special, like I could tell them stuff. But it's so good that I actually forgot to break it at all.
Literally unbreakable.
No, well, it might be breakable, to be fair, but I just couldn't find a way because I was so busy actually building stuff and playing it as intended. Can you imagine?
That is a shock to me.
Player housing is so good, it actually made me play the game. It's wild, and if you watch my stream a lot, you'll know that's a big deal.
That
okay?
is a huge
no,
deal.
it's such
Zero gameplay on that stream.
It's addictive gameplay of just putting things together and moving things like minutely from one side to the other, and it really is limitless what you can do. I mean, at the moment, all our guys are just getting warmed up. There's a lot of empty rooms around here. They're just going through the options. But when you really put your mind to it, like I say, you can create anything. I created a Victorian cobbled street inside my house
Delightful.
with like different rooms and houses and trees, and there was a spooky well. And then I got like some stocks and I turned them upside down and I sunk them into the wall like that, so it was like it was like a nice archway for my door. And then I got like loads of round rugs and I shrunk them down and I put them in the circles of the stocks. It was incredible. It was so creative and it made me feel proud.
And then he fell through the floor and broke it.
Well, then I tried to put one tree too many, apparently, and the floor collapsed, and I found myself... Everyone was like, can you get outside in player housing yet? Can you see neighborhoods? And I technically did manage to get outside, but it was kind of like...
On a technicality.
Xavius's boss room, you know? It's just like the empty void. Fittingly,
Very
right?
fittingly.
But we're going to see nothing like that today. That was just demo issues. That was just demo problems.
No, exactly. And I'm really, really excited to see how it's going to go today, because the last time we did the Player Housing Showcase, there was kind of like a gradual development. You know, we did our first challenge and people were still figuring out the controls.
Well, they were a bit rubbish, really, weren't they?
Well, yeah,
Let's be real.
Well, you know, give them a little more credit than that. And once they got their heads around it, something magical started happening. And the magic was literally, you know, building a jump puzzle, or learning that, you know, someone could rotate a door or flip something on its head. There was a huge craze for just making upside down rooms.
Thank goodness.
There was just an entire round where people just started making upside down rooms. But it was really wonderful to see people like engaging with the new tools they have, and really exploring their creativity in unexpected ways.
And that was day one, Evie.
It was day
That was
one.
day one of training. Like, imagine what's going to happen when this thing goes live and gets into players' hands, and there are millions of people all just doing the most wild things you've ever you've never even thought of yet,
Yeah.
and then putting them online for us to look at.
Oh, I can't wait. I absolutely cannot wait to see.
We'll look back on these creator clashes, this innocent time of player housing, and we'll go, God, that really was, you know, we were so innocent back then. We were so young. We didn't know the absolute extremes that people could take housing to.
No, we couldn't. On that note, I say we do something a little bit different. Let's do something fun. I think we should play a game, Tally.
Yeah, sure. I didn't know it was my birthday or Christmas, but let's do this.
Happy birthday and Merry Christmas. You're being rewarded with a Spot the Difference challenge.
Oh, I love these.
How many differences can you spot, and how many can you spot out in the audience and for the people watching today?
This one is considerably harder than the
This
one that we had last time.
You know what? You're absolutely right. The other one was like, here's a table, here's a room without a table. This one is a little bit more in depth. Okay, I'm seeing there's a kind of pointy goblin arrow in the right one that isn't on the left.
I actually can't see the thing that you're referring to. I don't know what's going on.
There.
Oh, I see. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's a big, like, cog carpet,
Uh-huh.
or a big cog that's being used as a carpet
I love that. A cog carpet.
in the
right?
left-hand image, but not in the right-hand image.
Yeah.
I think that was
Good.
probably the hardest one to spot. I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to retire on a high.
I'm seeing a kind of like rotating little like blue light alarm pole at the foot of the bed, where you should always have one. There's also a picture hanging above the bed on the right one, which isn't there. There are a couple of pipes running across the pipes, whatever they are, running across the top above the picture. What else have we got here?
And is this? Would you be able to build this in the demo right now? Is this all like?
You
This
know
looks
what? I
incredible.
think
Look
you
at these
can.
walls.
And I'm seeing a lot of like creative use of items. So yeah, so you can, Tally, in fact, go in and create this right now in the player housing demo. I recognize that that blood elf. What is it? Bloodstone ceiling?
Oh
that we're
yeah,
doing?
the
blood
ceiling is
marble?
lava.
The
Absolutely.
ceiling is lava, which is very fitting. Ooh, and then the lights.
Oh.
The ceiling light. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
there's a
yeah.
flamingo in the foreground on the right-hand side that is in the right-hand image, but not the left-hand image.
Oh, well done.
Did you know that my nickname in school for a while was the Flamingo Assassin?
I did know that. You've told me about 50 times.
Because I
but-
accidentally killed a flamingo.
Oh.
It was a mistake.
Oh, isn't it always? There's the picture on the right is flipped upside down on one side. There is a toolbox next to the flamingo in the back. Oh, I think we've gotten most of them, Tally. I don't know.
Well, I've only seen the ones that you've pointed out, if I'm completely honest with you. So I'm just going to take your word for it, and I'm going to say
Oh,
yes.
and another little tankard on the table.
You have. I
On the
guess,
desk.
in fairness, in my defense for being rubbish at this game, I'm more just in awe of how goblin-y this room is. I just don't think we've seen a room in player housing this goblin-y before.
There we go. Was there anything? Oh, there was something on the table next to the little zebra print chair. Missed that one. Missed the light above it. Oh, being on a slightly different level.
Okay.
Missed a couple of lights. Hey, but all in all,
Basically,
not too bad.
if the last Spot the Difference we had a couple of days ago was a Mythic 0, this was like a Mythic +6 at least. Maybe even higher. It's like you do 8 of these Spot the Differences, you'll fill up your entire vault, heroic level
They
gear.
grow so fast.
Yeah, exactly. That
Oh,
was brilliant. I mean,
fantastic.
I'm just hoping that we get anything like the level of creativity and building skill from our contestants today.
If anything, let this serve as inspiration for our players who are just getting settled, who are already starting to build.
We're
some
seeing
pretty
some
cool stuff.
incredible warm-ups
Oh.
going on stage right now.
I'm seeing a gimbal. My heart soars at the sight of discovering the gimbal, which allows you to rotate in any angle. And look, we've got the gimbal. We've got
For those
Skara
who aren't
is-
familiar with
is
WoW
gimbaling.
player housing, you can see that there really is every degree of rotation and customization and positioning that you can do with these decor items and furniture. When we say there's no limit, there really isn't. You can float stuff, you can clip stuff through other stuff, sink things through the floor, you can stick them to the ceiling, you can make them 200% bigger, and you can make them 20% the size that they were. There's just so many things you can do, and that means, of course, that you don't have to really be limited by just the stuff that's in the decor library.
No, not at all.
You can stick things together and make things appear through the tops or bottoms of other things and create basically anything you can think of.
Yeah, Snow Mixie has gone in and impromptu created a shrine, like a ceremonial space. I absolutely love it, with a whole little walk-in lined with candelabras. She's playing around with the scaling, right? That's something you can...
She's making a nice little kind of processional
Yeah.
walkway.
Yeah, it's delightful, leading to this kind of glowing orb of light. think I know what side she's on.
The only side anyone's on. Well, she better be careful. She's only got a very small sanctuary she's allowed in.
Yeah.
In this player housing as an alliance member, right?
And Esfand is in the back, out in the field, as it were, keeping an eye on our players.
Yep, he's our man at the scene. And we're going to go over to him right now, where he's going to give us the close inside scoop on all of our contestants.
And introduce us to our players.
Yes, please.
Hey, what's up, guys? Hello, everybody. Guys, it's me, it's Esfand, and we're here for another wonderful, wonderful day here at Gamescom. And we got a lot of architecture happening here, don't we? Flame, what's up, dude?
Hey, what's up, man?
How's it going?
I am hungry if it wasn't projecting enough in my little kitchen here.
Yeah, I can see that. You have a lot of what is your inspiration here?
This is basically everything I want to eat right now, and I'm trying to find it all in this library of things. Not enough meat for my taste, but we're cooking.
Are you a big meat guy? I'm a big meat guy.
Yeah, I'm a big meat guy. I like meat.
What's your favorite meat?
Medium rare steak.
Good choice. Solid choice. You know what? I'll take that. I accept. So give us an idea here. This is all the things you want to eat. This is, I see you've messed with a little bit of, you've done some stuff with the scaling here. You actually shaped things out. It's almost like you're have you ever done any interior design work?
No, but if this whole YouTube thing doesn't play out, I know where my next career is going to be.
That's life. It's not good, but it's how it goes sometimes. You got to be adaptable. So what's the direction you want to go in from here?
The direction is, it looks like you're going into a dungeon, but the surprise is that this is like the heavenly Chez a la Marcelliano line, where you can eat anything from fruit to whatever spinny pot this is. This is on the floor because somebody didn't like it. And then just pick something from the counter and just throw it here and see what's cooking.
Okay, sounds good, dude. I'm gonna do you a favor, okay? I'm gonna flip your phone upside down just in case the message leaks, so that it's not on the camera. So I'm gonna help you out there. All right, thanks, Pime. Snow Mixie, how are you?
I'm doing good, thank you.
What's your motivation here? What's the direction you want to take this? I mean, it's probably not too hard to guess. All right, if you know Snow Mixie at all, okay? Legendary Paladin PvPer, Holy Paladin PvPer. I'm gonna guess Blood Elf Paladin, right?
Yeah, this is for the Paladins and for the Blood Elves. Yeah.
Sick. So what's your favorite thing that you've done so far?
This little thing here and the golden carpet, I think is looking very pretty.
It is very pretty. Yes, it is very, very pretty. Hey, the crowd thinks it's very pretty, right? Yes, very pretty. Woo! Yeah. That's sick. You can just make them do that sometimes. It's cool. So what's the next thing you want to do?
I want to make a library because I feel like books is Blood Elf.
And Librams are like Paladin.
Yeah, exactly.
So you get like a 2-for-1 special.
Exactly. That's what I'm going for.
Sick. Okay. We're excited to continue to see it. Thanks, Snow Mixie. Okay, let's go over here to Toast and to Skara. Okay. Our buddies here. Dude, big toast. How's it going?
It's going good. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good, dude. It's good to see you. Dude, you know how long it's been since I've seen you?
Man, I can't even remember the last time we saw each other.
I think the first time we met was it was at TwitchCon a few years ago. It was you and Cutie. I'm a Cutie Pie. We're standing there. I was like, oh, hey, I'm little old Esfand. You guys are big streamers. Hi, nice to meet you. I think that's what happened.
Oh wow, I guess that would. I feel like I would have seen you at some party or another, like Streamer Awards.
No, this was way before that. It was like 2018.
Damn, that's a long time ago.
A long time ago, back in '94. So what's going on with your house here? What's your like kind of the direction, the motif that you want to go with?
Well, right now I'm just trying to learn all the things I can do. So if you come in here, this is my lamp room, where it's like IKEA. You know, you gotta know what you're working with first. So I'm just going here. I'm going to my lighting section. I'm just plopping everything down. It's like, okay, we got some Valdraken, we got some Zandalari, some gnomish barrels. So just to see, you know, what I can bring home to my actual house.
Nice. So yeah, like, okay, when you were a kid, when you were looking for things or when you were like organizing things, were you the kind of kid that just takes the box and dumps everything out and then sorts it?
I kind of just stuff everything in the box and just put it away and just don't look at it. So it looks neat from the outside, but you open it up and it's all a mess.
My man. Sick. Thanks, Toast. All right, let's see what Scarra's got going here, okay? Yo, dude, Scarra, this is it. This is the grand final.
Oh, perfect. Okay, so I'm in the process of making a jump quest. You ever do jump quests?
Oh yeah, dude, jump quests are sick.
Yeah, except for the ceiling is a little too tall here, so I'm still adjusting for the height and figuring stuff out. But so far, I have 3 jumps.
Sick. You know what you could do? Have you played with the scaling?
Yeah, you want me to scale it bigger?
Yeah, well, bigger, smaller. You know, I think you do smaller, and then that way it's more jumps.
Oh, like this.
Yeah, like there's the amount of tools that you have with this. There's so many different ways. There's like the normal mode, and there's the advanced mode, and there's like a bunch of different stuff you can do. But like if you want to make a jump puzzle, you can make some crazy ones.
Yeah, I've been working on it. Wait, you're right. This actually works out perfectly.
See, I'm a housing coach as well. You know, a great coaching ability. I'm going to oversee my team here, these 4 guys. We're going to go ahead and send it back on over to the desk, and I'll make sure these guys get to work good.
Thanks for that, Esfand. Thanks for keeping those guys in shape. So what have we learned here, Tally? We've learned that
that this is going to be the best creator clash ever.
Possibly.
The level of skills on display are stratospheric. You're looking at people, house builders, at the top of their game. They're
Absolutely.
untouchable. They're in their peak. They're at their prime. And they're creating things that we could have only imagined of before. It's going to be spectacular.
Yeah, lovely to see Marcellian going for the he's hungry theme coming through. I think we can all relate to that.
Hungry theme, always solid.
Snow Mixie with the exquisite taste in shiny things and gold as a diehard paladin till the end. Toast presenting us with the IKEA lighting showroom, which I think is a clever strategy to get everything all out there.
I can absolutely relate to that.
Yeah?
My goodness, yeah, just get everything out there, take a look at it, you know, scope it out.
See what you've got to work with.
See what you're looking at, and then when you decide that that's the thing you want to put in your house, take a little ticket, take it to the till.
Is that how IKEA works?
Yeah, I think so. I last went there quite a long time ago. I'm not allowed to buy anything for our house.
No,
so.
he's not. Meanwhile, Scarra jumping right in, quite literally, with the jump puzzle as the first thing he even tried.
I love that.
I love this.
I love that's the first thing you try. You know, I think most people would be like, okay, I'm going to make a dinner table. I'm going to make a bedroom. I'm going to put that portrait of Zalatath right on the ceiling there. But no, straight in with the jump puzzle, creating something magical and wild. And you can actually create incredibly high rooms as well. If you start stacking sort of like high ceilinged rooms and sort of the rooms that have the staircases in them and things like that, you can get quite a few floors up.
Yeah.
And if you put those those platforms there, scale them up. You don't have to use platforms. You can use anything. You can use little carpets. You can use forks if you want, Evie.
We have forks?
We can do that with player housing. I told you it was magical. You didn't believe me, but it's true.
It really is. Is there fall damage in housing?
There is not any fall damage, and that's something that I would really, really like to see change, because what's the point of a jump puzzle if it's not dangerous?
Absolutely. We need real threats.
At the expense of proper fall damage, because I can see how that would be annoying as you were building stuff maybe, can we at least have something to fall into? Like maybe a fire pit, or a spiky pit, or a shark tank, or
that's a nice compromise.
A man-eating plant.
Oh.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Or a toilet. I'm not fussy. As long as it's something that you can fall into and it's like a fail state, that's what I'll be down with.
Yeah. How about we,
What would you have, Evie? What would you fall into?
I can't say.
My arms.
Oh, now
and that's a fail state, right? So I'm really excited to see what they're going to come up with today. We saw some great builds last time. We have 3 all-new themes coming up today.
New challenges for our building competitors to get their heads around, to explore, and to really see what they can come up with by digging deep into the tools of player housing, of which there are many.
Exactly. And you know, that's the challenge, isn't it? Because when you've got free reign and you can create anything you want, that's one thing. But when you're working within the confines of a theme, you know, it's like the trial of style. I know I keep bringing up trial of style with this, right? Okay,
Why?
but you know, because it's quite similar in that sense, except instead of just having, you know, a sweet fit to sort out, you've got an entire property.
Yeah.
Exactly. And so you've got the theme, and you've got to make it work for that. And Annie Fuchsia, look, I'm not saying her building wasn't the best, because it was really good, okay?
It was
what I'm
very
saying is the reason she won that trophy, which I hear she hasn't let out of her sight since she won it. Honestly, we went out to dinner, she was carrying it, nursing it, you know, like it was a part of her. Absolutely. And, you know, when we asked her if she wanted a drink, she had to ask the trophy first to make sure it was okay, stuff like that. What I'm saying is this is a good trophy and people treasure it. And if you want to win it, then you are going to have to play by the theme. And, you know, it's all very well just creating whatever you want, but it's about finding the imaginative interpretation of those themes that we give you.
Yeah, and it was really exciting with the last session we did. Yeah, I thought Mr. GM instantly went into like cozy mode. Like he just went into like, I'm an English guy. I've put a fire here, and I've put some nice things on the walls, some nice furnishings. And, like, it really felt quite like at home.
That is English history, like throughout the ages, to be honest.
All in a
so
nutshell.
But that was absolutely the case with him, and that was surprising. And that's the thing I love about this event is you get to see a new side to some of your favorite creators.
Yes.
So Mr. GM, I've seen his stream. I know his house is an absolute pit. It's horrible. It's disgusting. But the things he was creating in this challenge was stunning.
Just
and like you
something
say, the coziest, nicest things you've ever seen. My goodness, if you told me last year that I was going to be at Gamescom with Snow Mixie and Toast and Scarrow and Marcellian, I would have told you that you were dreaming. It would never happen. It wasn't possible. And look at this star set. I can't wait to see what they come up with.
Yeah, I absolutely cannot wait. And I cannot wait to see where their creativity takes them in new and unexpected ways. One of the joys of the last time was watching people just run with things. Zaryu and Peekaboo apparently are very, very good at building player housing.
And great at gardening as well, apparently.
Absolutely.
Lots of garden-themed rooms going on there. But we do have our first theme.
Class Fantasy. Build a home that captures the spirit of your favorite class or spec. And Snow Mixie's already got this, right?
Yeah, I feel like she's already done it.
I feel like it's in the bag for her.
The only way this can be improved is if she cleared out everything in that room and said it was a Rep Paladin. It's just nothing there.
So we've got some examples on screen now for inspiration. We've got the Pandaren rooms. He had a bit Elven room before. Show us what really encapsulates your class or your spec. Like just really what does it. Oh, look at this.
How would you represent a hunter with the things that you've seen, seeing as you're a hunter main?
Well, pelts.
Oh, yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
I mean, I'm presuming that at some point I'm going to be able to put my actual pets in my house, but in the meantime, based on the tools that we have, I'm just going to put all my trophies on there.
Wow,
all the
so
things that I've hunted.
Just, basically the flesh of other animals. Just
yeah.
everywhere, like the least vegan house you've ever seen. But that's hunters for you. We see a beautiful Druid grove on the screen at the moment.
Yeah, so Tally, how would you show me a disc priest? What would a disc priest's room look like?
Well, it would have like a healing meter with different colored bars on it, and my bar would be at the very top.
Oh, so you would literally just like recreate your UI.
Yeah, exactly. No, I would have like light and fire on one side, and then I'd have like dark and void on the other side, and then I'd have like a big shieldy dome thing in the middle, and it would kind of like reset every 5 seconds or so to represent how queues are kind of instant for us when we want to get into Mythic Plus.
And with that, our players are off, and they are going for it. And let's see what they are coming up with.
I mean, presumably Snow Mixie's just going to like kind of sit back and relax on this one. She's all done. She's like that kid that got homework finished before school even ended, after it being given out. And she's going to enjoy the fruits of her labor and relax in the knowledge that she's probably going to win.
You say that now, but I'm looking forward to seeing which player first figures out the thing that they can filter by. Like, you can filter all of your all of your options based on themes, based on, I think you can even do like races in there. So see who finds that first.
The night elf hunter that you are, it wouldn't just be, pelts and furs and things like that. You'd have night elfy things there too.
Yeah.
Like, a tree.
Yeah, what is night
Or
elf?
the ashes of a tree. I don't know, like anything that suggests night elves to you.
It's cold.
No, it was really hot. That was the problem.
Gosh.
So we can see the Toast is here, and he's made his light choice.
Ooh.
There we are. That's what we've gone for. We've systematically scrolled through every light.
And he chose the candelabra,
He chose candelabra, which is a popular choice.
Which, yeah, Snow Mixie has also gone for. And I think we've got Esfand back with us now as well.
Who's your tip for this one, Esfand?
Yeah, I just went and I talked to Toast and I told him, I said, hey, look, just look over and see whatever Snow Mixie's doing.
Right.
She's doing a great job, and just go ahead and just go ahead and keep on keeping on. Whatever it is she's doing is great.
Yeah, blatant copying was something that worked really well for our contestants last time. And I
did.
think that might be the meta play, to be honest.
I think it might be. Oh, look at that. I'm a huge fan of greenery on the inside, right? And that's one of the things you can do with player housing is that you can bring all of the plants, all of these things directly into your home, including the Zangermarsh mushrooms. I love it.
That's genuinely been my favorite thing to do and see in player housing so far, is the way you can actually create a viable, like, believable outside space within the confines of these rooms. Because, you know, we see here you've got the floorboards and things like that, but you can swap that out. You can put loads of foliage and pebbles and, you know, other kind of outside elements on the floor there, and you can create a space that feels like you're outside.
You know, that happened in my real house. Yeah.
No
Yeah.
way.
In my real house, yeah. The trees started growing through the wood porch thing.
Wow.
Yeah?
And
Yeah.
you had to spec change to Druid, obviously, at that point.
I mean, I did. Or I had to work on my sword skill to get it up to chop it down, which I still haven't done. Yeah, so that thing's just...
Still there?
Oh, yeah. It's bad.
It's going to be huge by the time you get back.
Probably.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't know how... I mean, somebody... They kind of did the WoW housing method, and they just grew that fast. I don't know how it got there that quick. That was crazy.
Do you know what type of tree it is? Might you get some fruit?
Well, if I get back and there's fruit, I'm keeping it.
That's a huge
Right?
win.
Yeah, that's-
Absolutely.
yeah,
Hey,
well-
your home, your fruit.
Yeah, or I can sell it, and I can buy my WoW subscription with the money that I make, and then I don't have to ask my parents to pay for it anymore.
We're all going to try and get trees in our houses now.
Yep. I think that's the meta. So Snow Mixie, just fully embracing the light, right? She's absolutely going for it. You can never have too many candelabras in your house.
Well, not too many floating candelabras.
No.
And look at how she's playing with the scale of these candelabras as
right.
well. They're not just going up in steps in height, but they're getting smaller as they go up as well. Great use of perspective.
Very nice. Yeah, really thoughtful use of the tools here. And you can see her using the advanced mode to move things around, really place them exactly where she wants them to be, and creating this dream house for a paladin.
And the advanced mode with this building tool is amazing, and it is the way of putting these things together where you really can make anything you like. And I'm surprised to see so many people jumping straight into the advanced mode. Obviously, you know, they find it quite intuitive or whatever, but you don't have to, of course, because you do have the snap to grid mode as well, which makes things a lot more simple. You can just chuck things in there and it's going to look good.
Well, look, let's be honest. You know, this is just the classic syndrome of the WoW player. It's like, look, I've played this game for a number of years. I'm going straight to advanced mode. I'm ready for this.
Right?
Okay.
I'll read a guide when it all goes wrong.
Yeah, which is usually immediately.
Yeah, totally. That's how I managed to be a rogue in Wrath of the Lich King with one sword and one dagger.
And that's how I managed to do my first LFR raid.
Oh.
Whenever I was like, okay, I'm not good enough for Mythic, I'll tell you that much.
That's how I started my Mythic Plus season this season as well. I was like, I'll just start on 10s. How hard can it be? I was like, I'm a meta class. They should be thankful I'm here.
I was good at vanilla.
They weren't always thankful I was there.
Right, so we see Flame, and he is bringing the outside in, like we were just talking
I
before.
love that. So Flame is obviously going full druid here, right?
Yeah.
Really, really cool stuff. Now, he's got to be careful because I had a bad experience with trees yesterday when I was trying to put them up where I did fall through the floor. I'm sure that won't happen to him.
Absolutely
not.
not. Which tree was it? I think it was like the biggest tree you could
Maybe
get.
I should warn him. And it was the biggest
If
tree.
only we could warn him.
It was huge, and I made it even bigger than that. I blew that bad boy up 200%, and I put it in,
Oh, wow.
and then I flipped it around. I put another one in on top of it, coming out the ceiling. You know, I flew too close to the sun, basically.
Yep.
Like, housing wasn't ready for me, but I'm sure it will be by launch.
Yeah, I love the use of these massive tree trunks as just kind of organic features.
There's some
in
nice
here.
dressing around
There's
there,
some
actually.
really-
It's
yeah.
looking like a Pizza Hut buffet table.
Oh, man.
It's fantastic.
Oh,
I could go for that.
I know,
That's some
right?
good stuff right there. To your point about how you can move, I mean, actually, it's kind of a two-parter, but you're talking about scale and you're talking about, like, kind of using the clipping, the ability to just like clip things into the wall, it really changes the entire like architecture of the room. And that's one of the things that I think just leaving it so open-ended, you've started to see that even from people just touching housing for the first time, or whether they've been playing for a little bit, right? Just you had all week here if you wanted to. Being able to go in and just be creative, just make it your home, do it however you want to do it. I think it was super, super smart. Letting people do that instead of you're always being stuck in like a grid or something.
Absolutely, and it's surprising to me because there's nothing like that in WoW currently, right? And it hasn't been for the last 20 years. But it's amazing to me how Warcrafty that feels, like as an activity to do. It should feel strange. It should feel like you're playing a different game at times, but it never does. It always feels like, this is WoW as I've always kind of imagined it.
Yeah, it really does, and I think they've really struck a good balance between it feeling new, but also extremely familiar, right? Like lots of these assets. Well, some of them are quite new, but they look and feel familiar. You kind of know what to expect with them, and you have so much freedom, but you still have these kind of brilliant templates and these brilliant assets to work with that just are like pure Warcraft.
Yeah.
Oh, I love this. Reading Nook.
to read your Paladin Librams.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, I think one of the big things too is like, listen, I'm not trying to make work for people, okay? But I will say it's very impressive how in the last few years especially, we've really seen Blizzard be like, you know what, we're just gonna unhitch the trailer here. And we're just gonna hey, let's take the WoW engine and try and do some other things with it that we've never done before. And like another good example was Plunderstorm, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And it's like, okay, you made basically an entire different game mode, a seasonal game mode, and you've taken it from the core of what WoW is, but it's not WoW almost at all, right? It's really not. Like you look at it and it's WoW. You press the buttons and it feels like WoW. But then whenever you look at the mechanics and how it works, it's not WoW. It's something else that's really, really fun with a WoW base that appeals to both the WoW players and people who haven't played WoW before.
I was amazed by how much I loved Plunderstorm.
It was super good.
'Cause that should not be my bag at all, but I was in love with it. I couldn't stop playing it.
Yeah.
Until the day I got my pirate transmog, and then I stopped. I was fine. I was done.
But
I enjoyed those days.
I was the opposite. Well, I mean, I loved it, and I played it through, and then I was like really mourning it when it left.
Yeah, you were
Because it just gives you that quick fix, and I never die in like the first 10 people. That never absolutely never.
I mean,
right?
100%.
Yeah, that
there's no way.
absolutely never happened.
That would never happen.
But later on when I would be like maybe second or third most of the time, I just knowing that I could like jump back into a game, and it's cool. It felt fun. It felt familiar. But yeah, like you say, Esfand, it was like completely different. It was so cool to feel that. And player housing is something like that too, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they found ways to take things that are in WoW, use the mechanics that are in WoW, like whether it's from the interface or anything else, and they've added a new feature to the game. It's not a game mode, but it's a feature that it does kind of feel, it's like build mode in whatever.
And like think about if you're a dev kind of making this, the wealth of options, the wealth of like already existing decor in the game that you can draw from. And there's almost too much in a way. It's like you could never get it in there for launch, all of it, because you're talking thousands and thousands and thousands of items. But of course, in the future, over time, eventually, all of those assets pretty much are going to find their way into player housing for players to use.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely. So exciting.
And don't even get me started on the trading post and how many tendies I'm going to spend on housing stuff in the trading post.
My tendy bank, the bank of tendies, is like, it's not looking good for me right now.
Dude, they're going to have to up those tendies because, what with 6 mounts a month, and what with the bandanas, and what with the cloaks, and what with all the other things, and whatever kind of themed transmog they've got that month, and housing items as well. Are you kidding me? They're going to have to give, it's going to have to be thousands more tendies every single month.
Yep, basically.
Make it happen.
Yeah. But I'm really looking forward to kind of going out into the world and acquiring new items. Like, I know we're going to get loads of items just kind of given to us. They're going to pop. We're going to get kind of old achievements, right off the bat when it launches. But I'm also really excited to see, like, where they're going to be placing new things through quests, through PvP, right? Through anything, through any potential, like, game mode, you will be able to acquire items for your house.
And speaking of placing items, I love how Toast is working on the partitions here. Now, I personally believe I'm a fan of partitions in player housing. Let's be very clear. And I think that you know, I think this is really the key to player housing that a lot of people are sleeping on. Because you've got these huge, I mean, look at the size of all these rooms that people are using here. They're vast, they're huge, but when it really starts to feel like housing to me is when you actually bring those walls in a little bit, you know? And instead of just having one big, like, open floor plan, sort of warehouse kind of apartment, you sort of bring those walls in and you create slightly little cozier places that are a little bit more organic and that you can wander in between. So whatever the actual big room limit is in player housing, functionally it's loads more than that because you can create loads and loads of littler rooms within those.
Yeah, and I'm absolutely loving this approach from Toast. This is brilliant because he has, like you say, he's gotten in, he's put in some columns, he's put in some partitions, and it's like the whole space is changing. He's developing his own rooms. Oh, you're right, Telly. This is so exciting to see.
Look, this guy, I'm telling you.
Well, he's a pro, right?
He's a pro, but not only that, this guy's a few rooms away from making an Among Us map. Yeah, we're gonna start seeing challenges in here, stuff that like nobody even knew was coded in the game. He's gonna find a way.
And look, the confidence with which he pulled that candelabra through the wall. He knew it was there. He knew where it was going to end up.
Column on the corner. Yeah.
I mean, this is some high-level house building skill here.
Wow.
And you know what? I'm not surprised. He was methodical about it. He looked through the menu. He didn't start building anything. He just got to grips with it, created it in his head, and made it happen on the map.
And meanwhile, Skara he has returned to the jump puzzle.
Another jump puzzle.
Yeah, I'm all about it. Yeah, Scar is my spirit animal today.
But this time,
straight up.
This time it's a night elf jump puzzle,
Yeah.
and keeping within the theme, which I really appreciate.
Yeah.
It looks like he's making a bridge out of the chests.
Right?
Are those chests? They look like chests. Crates.
No,
Excuse me.
No jumping needed here. This is just a pleasant stroll.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this is a really nice example of, taking an object, playing with its size and shape, moving it around, rotating it, and clipping into other objects to create something entirely new. Like, looking at that, you'd be like, that's not, 10 Argusian crates. That's a bridge, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so brilliant. So brilliant how they can do that. Oh, and we've got Snow Mixie diving into the die system as well.
Oh, man. The dyes are crazy.
Yeah.
Like, there's the amount of different colors and options. It's almost like... it's been a minute since I did math, but it's permutations, right? Is that the word? And it's there's so many different.
It's a big word,
It's a big one, yeah. And I don't know what it means. I just wanted to say it. But there's so many different ways to take one item and essentially turn it into a bunch of different items, whether it's through the colors or through the clipping and stuff you were just talking about.
Yeah.
And like as a WoW player who's long dreamed about transmog dies and things like that, this kind of tentative first step on that ladder is super exciting to me. You know, like the joy that you get from placing a table and then scrolling through the ridiculous colors that don't quite work but which you love. I had a hot pink table with a big green tablecloth on it the other day.
Oh, yeah.
And I felt like a boss. I was like, I've made it. Look at my table, everyone. And do you know how big that table was? Well, it was 200% bigger than it should have been, that's for sure. It was massive. I loved it. I had such a good time. This is a very elegant design, isn't it, by Snow Mixie?
It's beautiful,
It's very cool. It's very demure.
Yes. Very tasteful, love it, and I'm also loving her use of light, right? Like, I think we sometimes underestimate what a difference using lights makes, and she's putting those candles absolutely everywhere, and they're just like changing the feel of her whole space immediately.
Like she's gonna get some good angles, get some good photos, and
fit it
her
on the
socials are gonna be looking amazing when she puts those on.
There we go. Oh, and putting them on the bookcase, you can see even through individual assets, right? Like bookcases, you put a lighting source within it, and it just changes it completely, right?
That's true, mind. The dynamic lighting that you can achieve with all these different sources and what have you is stunning. I remember a couple of days ago when we were first doing this, the skylights that people were making in their ceilings, and if you didn't look up or if you covered them well enough, it could almost be actual genuine sunlight coming in as well, and it gave the impression that there was no roof even.
Yeah, I think all that's super cool. Just I mean, it just goes back to the one key point. It's like make it your own, and you can have the scaling. It's like Annie did this. Annie did this with a little brazier, where she made a little tiny one. It's almost like a completely different item than the big one you put in the middle of the room, but it's the same item.
Yeah.
She scaled it. I think it was like to the little tiny 50% or something. I don't remember.
Yeah. Oh, now I see. We're playing around with the.
Oh, that's cool.
Right, with the
like
windows, right? Kind of coverings of them, so there's still something coming through. Oh, I'm loving all the leather kind of skins on the walls, the trees.
That's
this
a
is gonna be
genuinely cool
big
move.
druid energy, right?
I'm absolutely stealing that kind of hanging the sort of curtainy, hanging over the window there and the light coming around the sides there. I think that's fantastic.
Yeah.
And those windows, they are light sources and the light come through, but they only come through one side. So if you flip the windows round and you push them back into the wall, it's like there's no light coming through them. So you have the choice of that. And then you clip them through a bit more, get rid of the glass, and you've just got a nice kind of bookcase or something to use instead. I really like how different Marcellian's is to everyone else's. I think that's fantastic. It's like clarity of vision.
I can see it. I can absolutely see it. And I mean, the kind of the original design of the room itself really lends itself to this too. Like it looks like these kind of overgrown like branches, right? The wood is quite rustic. Now he's going well with some candelabras.
And this is a really good theme as well, because one of the things that all the devs that I've spoken to are really keen to push and make clear in this first iteration of player housing, this launch of player housing, is that for them, the most important thing is that players are able to have a sense of class identity and a case of racial identity as well. So those are the items and the themes and the options that they're really focusing on in this like initial launch of the feature is, if I'm a rogue, I want to be able to make something that looks like a rogue's house. If I'm a night elf, I want something that's going to look like a night elf house.
Yeah.
And we're seeing just the kind of scope that has here.
Yeah. Huge fan of the partitions going on in there with Toast. And back to Snow Mixie. Also, again, it's just so. She's got great taste. I'm so delighted to see everyone just like knocking it out of the park with like, a cohesive vision, some nice lighting, some nice rugs, a bit of art on the wall. Meanwhile, yes.
You know what? Even I don't know what that is in the middle, but Scar's figuring it out too.
Yeah, he's
recreating the Exodar itself in here.
Is that what we're going for?
I think that's what we're going for.
That is,
We've got a floaty bed.
Yeah.
We've got like cool disco crystals hanging around the place.
Yeah.
And an abundance of crystals as well.
Yeah. Oh, wow. And you can see, just using like a single light source, repeating it over and over again, just gives your room instant like purple Draenei crystal vibe.
It's true. It changed the vibe absolutely and instantly and completely. And suddenly it's like this whole different other space.
Yeah.
Absolutely incredible. Love your work, Scar. So I think Snow Mixie has obviously got herself a new Insta follower in you.
I already am. Thank you very much.
Well, on your other account. Now you made another account to follow her just
on
because
your
you like this so much.
secret account.
Well, I would never tally. But yeah, great seeing these guys. Great seeing the absolute focus and concentration as well. I love when people get in the flow, right? I love when they find the tools, they find the things that they like, and they're just like they're in it. They're absolutely laser focused. And having a good time.
This is when like a build really comes into its own for me, You've got your basics there, you've got the shape, I've got my trees in instead of like the columns, I've put my little drape things over the windows, and this is where you can start to really have fun with the little knickknacks and the little doodads and the things that really kind of elevate it, So suddenly you're getting little grass bits here. You're putting little items just in random places and spreading them around.
A cobweb here and there for realism.
A little bit of environmental storytelling. It's fantastic, and that's where it really becomes like your own thing,
Yeah, Flame's really owning in that regard. I think he did a really, really good job with that.
Yeah. Incredible focus.
Oh,
I cannot wait to see what's going on here.
Yeah, and again, an excellent use of the gimbal, using rotation and clipping to turn this column into. Something that is something much like a column, but doesn't serve the same purpose as a column, and that's the important thing. Oh,
it's a fireplace!
It's a fireplace!
It's a fireplace!
No.
Wait, is he making a death pit?
Oh, gosh, I hope so.
Is he making a plank to run people off into the fire?
He's trying to.
It's the last thing they'll expect. Oh, because there is a kind of a fire effect on the bottom of that there.
There is.
I think this man might have discovered something. Discovered something real and true. I've got to say, not so much the first time around because I felt like people were still kind of getting to grips with it, but I'm seeing some incredible ideas that I'm actually like writing down. I'm keeping some of these ideas.
Yeah.
I'm getting some proper tips here. This is a beautifully organized space. I love the way Toast is using the petitions there and creating like sort of not different themes in each room, but very different like vibes and feels in each room.
Yeah.
Do you know what? Dare I say, even with all its little twists and turns and kind of small spaces and what have you, it almost feels a bit like the Paladin Order Hall from Legion.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
You think
good point.
that's what's going on there?
Which would be
Okay.
very on point.
That would
yeah.
be very on point.
Oh, this is where he's going to put his networking, his router and stuff.
Cable
This is where
management.
the cable management goes.
10 out of 10. Love it, and I love that little pile of like leaves around the table.
Yeah.
Those
And a
hide the
single
other cables.
scroll, Yeah.
Oh, it's kind of a little entranceway he's making there. I'm assuming this is a kind of a shoes off kind of house, you know. So it's like you come in, you put your shoes down.
This is a shoes off, bare feet in the
Yeah,
grass
yeah,
kind
exactly.
of house.
And if you didn't bring slippers, well, even your socks now, and that's fine. But that's just, I'm the homeowner. That's my choice. Please respect that, and I would respect it for sure. But
I don't know. Do druids wear shoes?
no, I don't think that's the thing. You can't. What's going to happen when you turn into a leopard or whatever? You're going to have shoes on. It's
You
ridiculous.
have little booties.
Yeah, exactly.
Have you seen like people put like clothes on their cats?
Yeah.
Yes.
Particularly
I
like
have been blessed with pictures of people dressing up their cats.
People dress up their cats and stuff, and it's so funny. Like,
Oh, the little
yeah.
like feet.
Yeah, they'll do like
yeah.
they'll put like shoes on them and stuff, and I just think it looks. I don't know. It's funny. It's cute. I don't know. Just
Next addition to player housing, clothes for your cats.
you know, have
You heard it here.
they talked about pets yet?
we've asked today.
Okay.
Because we asked a couple of months ago, and it was sort of maybe watch the space, cannot confirm or deny. And we got the same answer today.
Brick.
It's like, I'm not going to tell you that's going to happen, but I'm certainly not going to say it's not going to happen.
Well,
So-
like I think it would be really cool if they went and they, you have your pets, and maybe it's like a active pet situation or like favorite pets or something, but then they just kind of wander around your house, you know?
Yeah.
As a hunter, that's my ultimate dream.
Oh yeah,
right?
like a hunter pet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like I want my hunter pets. I want my other pets. Like my stable. Like I want my little garage outside with all my mounts hanging out.
Yeah.
Right?
That'd be sick.
So so the thing that I love about kind of the state of player housing right now, it's like it's so cool that we get a glimpse of it, but it's going to be evolving over time so much and has so much potential. And whenever we get to talk to the devs about it, they're just so delightful and open about it. They're like, and we're like, I'm like, yeah, you know what? I would like to see my pets roaming around my house. And they're like, you know what? Why not? Maybe one day. And I love that kind of, much like housing itself has limitless possibility for the player, I feel like in terms of the devs and the work they're putting into it, again, like I feel like they could really take it anywhere. And they're pretty open to that.
We're seeing another Paladin-themed house with Snow Mixie here, where we are creating rooms off of rooms. I think this is something which really speaks to like the kind of the religious sort of theming and iconography of Paladins. Yeah, like that kind of chapel feel to it, where you've got sort of like the main space and then kind of smaller sort of annexes off it. And we're seeing both of our Paladins do that.
Yeah. And quite cool, actually, to see the contrast between what we saw a few days ago with our players kind of, I feel like going for slightly more kind of like, slightly more alliance bias, like a little bit more traditional in some ways, and jumping into something a little bit different here in their styles and their choices.
Yeah, this is such a decision space with Toast. I really like it.
Yeah.
Okay, and our time is up for our challenge.
Ooh. Here we go.
Contestants, move away from your oven. And Esfand's going to take us through and get to the bottom of each of these designs, I think.
Yeah. Take it away, Esfand.
Building myself? I saw you moved it. Did you?
I didn't see anything.
Let me see your hands. Show
Yeah,
me. Show
you
me.
can touch them. Okay.
Okay, being honest.
They're-
Okay. They were actually soft. You moisturize?
Yeah, on the daily. Just for you.
Oh, thanks, man. So tell me what was the game plan here?
Okay, so let me explain. Originally, my idea was something and it didn't work. So then afterwards, I was like, well, I'm going to do something else. And then that didn't work. And now I'm caught between 4 things that I wanted to do and 2 things that I didn't do.
So you're not doing anything?
Or I'm doing everything.
You know, honestly, it's the same thing.
That's what I'm saying.
So tell us what you wanted to start with, because I thought you were making a death pit. I thought you were making a plank and you were going to have them fall into a fire trap.
There wasn't enough demon fire like buildings for me to try to. I was gonna make it clip demon fire in the entire like place, and then I looked around and there's nothing. There's not one. And so then I tried clipping furnaces. I tried clipping a lot of things, and I realized I can't do any of this. And then I was like, okay, but what if we go back to a jump quest? And that doesn't work. And then I put rave lights. But then I realized, like, I put the bed in the middle of the top because I think that you gotta sleep in here. And then the bed has to be in the middle of the room. And if you're a warlock, the bed should be on the top. Because why would you have demonic powers if you can't float your bed?
I'm going to be honest, that's good logic. That's really good logic.
And I try to work with that.
Okay. How long have you been playing Warlock?
I play on and off every expansion.
No, but like when was your original, like when you started playing Warlock?
2010? 2012? 12?
It's a lot of years. Dang. Okay. So you're a Warlock through and through. All right. So for you, it's really the floaty bed is probably the best part of being a Warlock?
Yes, absolutely. And the green fire, which I couldn't find.
Well, you couldn't find yet.
Yeah.
Because who knows by the time it launches, or after it launches, or while it launches, who knows? Thanks, Skara. Toast, dude. You're kind of killing it. We were watching from the roost over there.
Oh yeah, thank you. I'm pretty proud of what I've done.
So what was the idea behind the? What was the real idea like that you started? Because we talked about it up there. There's actually Taliesin that mentioned it. There's a little bit of Paladin class hall action we're seeing.
Yeah, I decided to go with Paladin because I just really like the aesthetic of it. I think they have one of the most iconic like color scheme, and I went with the Blood Elf Paladin because obviously that's the only Paladin that we should be building as a Horde.
Well, I mean, I don't. Oh, as a Horde player. Okay.
As a Horde player, you don't have too much options. So I went with the Silver Moon, red and white with the gold accents, but I also threw in a bit of greenery because it's not just all about the sun. Because you gotta get some trees. It's helpful to have some green in your room. So I got my bedroom here. You got the Horde red, but you also have some nice relaxing nature in there.
Yeah, for the Tauren Paladins.
For Tauren Paladins, yeah. I mean, they're not like real Paladins. Some would say like Blood Elf Paladins, but we still accept them.
What about the Troll Paladins? Zandalari.
That's I don't know who admitted the Troll Paladins into like the order, but we need all the help we can get against Zaltath.
And also against Human Paladins. Good job, Toast. You're killing it.
Thank you. And then obviously tomes, huge, iconic, tools by the Paladin. I got, I'm a bit of a mess right now, so I got the books on the floor, but that's because I'm studying so hard, for the light.
For the light, indubitably for the light.
Did this guy have different options than me? Like he has different tools, right? Like we don't have the same thing because he's doing some stuff I've never seen before.
No, that would never happen, Skara. We would never, guys, crowd, we would never give Skara a different version than Toast, right? Right? We would never, no, right? Yeah, absolutely not. Yeah, okay. Here, we're going to go over, we're going to check out Snow Mixies. Snow Mixie, I see your Paladin waves are going swimmingly.
Yeah, I was doing a Pala Blood Elf thing here.
So what's your favorite part about your house so far?
I think it's in here, like all the lights that I put together, and I was stacking this as well. It's very Paladin vibe. I like it.
So what do you think is like the thing that for you is like, okay, you feel like, man, I'm super creative. What was the part for you that really you're proud of?
I feel like it has to be these candles that I was stacking them together. I feel like that was something.
Okay, sick. Yeah, you got the I don't know how to say the word, but it's like it's not Labrador, but it looks like Labrador. So yeah, nice, sick. What do you think? Do you think you did better than those guys over there on the other desk?
I mean, yeah, for sure. Like I am a paladin since so many years. I feel like I should have this, if anything.
Okay, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Thank you, Snow Mixie. All right, Flame. Give us a breakdown of what you got here. You went with something a little unique we haven't seen yet.
Sorry, what?
You went with something unique we haven't really seen yet.
Oh, what I have?
Yeah.
Well, you know, it's kind of like a druidy theme, and I'm just getting tired of my friends telling me to go touch grass, so I just like filled all of this here.
Well, it's not hard for you to touch grass, is it?
What is what?
It's not that hard for you to touch grass.
I mean, it's right here. I can just like sit here and take a nap, and then just like walk over. I'm done.
Well, you can. I mean, you don't even have to sit there. You can just reach it, right?
Oh yeah, it's like it's within reach. It's everywhere possible, so you cannot miss it.
Sick. That's awesome. So what was your personal favorite part? The thing that you thought was the most creative use of the tools that you had available to you?
I think the coolest thing that I think I got here is get like trees and make them like super big and just make them seem like they're part of the walls. It's kind of like hiding all of your mess from the room just under the carpets, and it looks nice, but you don't really want to lift the carpet. You don't want to go next to these trees, but it looks nice from far away.
Okay, sick. Yeah, I'm seeing the, and then we think, where are you going to put this is something we talked about for a while. Where are you going to put your like router, like the Wi-Fi?
Well, as a druid, I don't believe in internet, so it's all about being connected to the nature, and this is the closest I will get to any kind of Wi-Fi. It lets me talk to my mom.
Oh, sick. Okay, I like that. He's got a cell phone service.
Oh yeah, for sure. It connects to Elune and everybody else that has this ISP at least.
All right, sick. Thanks, Flame. Man, we had there's some creativity going here. These guys are pretty good. These guys are like, I don't want to say better. Okay, I don't want to boost their egos. Okay, and we had some good competition from the other day, but these guys are looking pretty solid. Let's see what Taliesin and Evitel think about it so far.
Absolute agreement, Esfand. I am shocked, amazed, in a good way.
Yeah, the level has been upped. The ante has been upped.
The bar has been raised.
From the very first challenge, all 4 of these guys have gone on and made something like really creative and really good.
And when I think about like the last time we did this, how much better everyone's third attempt was from their initial effort.
Yeah.
Frankly, I don't know if I'm ready for the next theme.
Imagine what's to come. This was so cool. I loved seeing Snow Mixie's like pure paladin place come to life. Flames like Druid Enclave with really good internet apparently and grass was a firm favorite. And Toast's absolutely beautiful partitioned paladin paradise. Getting that alliteration in there.
Don't forget the Warlock Death Pit.
And of course.
And X-Star Crystal Disco.
Warlock Death Pit. But you know what? I think I really resonate with Scar right now. Mm-hmm. I really understand the feeling. Like when you're given everything and you're like, where do I even begin with this? Where do I start? Where do I go? So I totally appreciate the process that he went through there, and I really like him sharing that.
He let it happen naturally. And you know, that complete chaos is kind of representative of what I imagine Warlock to be.
I think it's very on brand for Warlock.
I'm glad he told me it was Warlock, because I'd never have known otherwise, but now I do know it kind of makes sense. In the same way that I understand any work of art in a museum once someone's explained it to me.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we are going on to the next theme in just a moment, but I want you to finish sitting on the fence here, and I want you to decide on which is your favourite so far, while our contestants get stuck into building a home that represents a building likely to be in a major city.
All right, so are we like recreating major landmarks here, possibly?
Possibly.
Are we just thinking, big city, skyscraper?
Or like a tailor's, or an inn, or a barber shop, or an auction house.
I like how your mind went there, and I was just like, someone build the Eiffel Tower.
I'm going to need some help to get out of this kind of very Warcraft-specific box of thought that I'm in right now. So yeah, the Eiffel Tower sounds good.
Let's have a look at some examples to see what they might be. Now, this place could be in a town or a city, right? What are we looking at?
It's like a little cafe kitchen type thing, right?
Could
so
be,
you go in, or like a grocery store.
It's got a good spice rack. Got a huge selection. That's it. A huge selection of fruit. Love the corn hanging on the wall. Brilliant.
This is your organic food place that you have to queue up at the weekend to get into.
Yes.
They're not open all the time.
Nope.
But their decor is
Bring your own container.
Absolutely.
Right.
No plastic, no styrofoam. You go in there,
Absolutely not.
everyone's coming out with their beautiful little tote bags, which is the real reason they went there. They hardly bought any groceries at all. It's that kind of place. You know, we've lived in London. We've done a lot of places like
We've
that.
been there. I love this. This is very like, we've got kind of like the barrel storage. We've got things tucked down underneath. You know, the fire roaring. Maybe this is like kind of a. Oh yeah, there we go. We've got back to this lovely kind of cafe. Are we saying grocery area?
So are we saying you're going for the Eiffel Tower, or do you have other plans, other ideas of what you might build?
For me, I think I'm going to build the Eiffel Tower. Yeah, that's like, I still, you know what? I love this representation of something that might be in a Warcraft city.
The theme being things you might find in a town. You know, at best, you're building something that might be found in 2 towns.
All right.
Out of every town. You know, we're talking Paris, we're talking Vegas. And obviously, the Vegas one is the real one.
Oh, that everyone
You know,
knows.
like
That's
Paris is a pale imitation, a
one,
cheap
yeah.
copy. But, you know, like, I would go for something a little bit more universal.
Okay.
Maybe a bus station.
Oh.
I'd make a bus station and
you
I'd
know
fill it
what?
with buses. A bus terminal, if you will.
Do we have any bus assets in game right now? Or is that one you're going to have to like literally craft out of like, you know, the wheels or the shields?
Do you know what?
And
I'll ask Maria about it tomorrow in
Yeah.
our fireside chat.
You know what? I think that's going to be an essential question in our interview with Maria coming up. So let's see. Nice to see Snowmixie is looking into like the wall styles that you can use, right? I think we've kind of defaulted to the Silver Moon look and style in quite a few of our builds so far. You can see here, right? Oh.
Okay, so Scarrow doing something that I really like. So, you know, you can go through all of the wall options, and you have like the different materials and the different styles. And the styles are generally different styles of kind of cladding or beams. And then you have the material that kind of fills those gaps. Well, we've gone for the neutral option here, which gives you no beams at all, just one beautiful big solid block of color.
I like that, which is a blank canvas, which is very appropriate for the book theme that Skara has been going for.
We're making a bookshop there, do we think? Or a library.
A bookshop, a library. Meanwhile, the tables have turned, and Toast has jumped on, quite literally, the jumping puzzle bandwagon. Or maybe, you know, he's just trying to get a better look at where he's placing his assets. Right?
Yeah,
Like
I
maybe,
mean, that's dedication
just
to the
having a look
cause there.
around. Because as you're building your player house, you know, it's kind of what you can see is based on where your character is. It's based on your character being in there and the camera being around them. So I love the idea of like literally just creating some platforms to jump on so you can get like a bird's eye view of your space. Meanwhile, books are on the menu. And I love, you can see that Scaro's been using the search function where he's just typed in books. Now he's typed in bookcase. And he's going all
As he
out.
should. I think
As he
that's
should.
the correct approach. And so, I mean, this is a magical library that's being created here.
Yeah.
I feel like Marcellian's still kind of stuck
playing-
in the paralysis of options.
No. I think he's plotting. He's plotting. He's making his decisions. He's taking the opposite approach to the people who just like flood a room with stuff like an IKEA showroom. He's going through. He's thinking about it, and he's making some choices.
Okay, so what do we think this is going to be?
It's an IKEA lamp showroom.
Really, that's what we're going for. I
Well,
don't know.
I mean,
I think the focus on like a mechanical element of this. Maybe I'm thinking maybe it's a car mechanics or a garage or something like that.
Yeah. Okay. Now, this is interesting, right? We've had some rotating of this kind of big draconic skeleton head.
Was that to try and make it a better platform to jump onto? Do we think to the side there?
No, I'm really okay.
Oh,
I'm
so
really
now
curious
it
to
looks
see
like
what's going on
we're
here.
getting a baseboard for the head here. We're putting a
absolutely.
shield with
You've gotta
nails in
mount
it.
it properly, right?
Exactly. This is going to be a proper mount for the skeleton head. So do we think we're making a museum of sorts here?
Could be a museum.
You've worked in a few museums in your time, Evitel.
I have.
How does this rate on the scale of museums?
At the minute, it's a big empty room with an object in it, which by definition is kind of what a museum is. So you know what?
It's a win. That's
it's a
floating away from the wall at the moment.
Yeah.
And if that's intended as part of the jump puzzle, then that's great. I'm not going to criticize it. Goodness knows, I'm in no position to. But obviously, if we are creating a more naturalistic sort of museum environment there, we are going to want to push that up to the wall a little bit and get it clipping in.
Yeah, and I think the theme here is books. It is absolutely books. I think
I'm not so sure, you know.
the floating books spinning around in the air is, I think, one of my favorite bits in player housing that we've seen so far, because it's so so evocative of some of those early shots that we got of spaces that feel like magical and like libraries, like old spaces of, you know, like magical potential. And I love that he's just absolutely littered the place with them, and just literally throwing books all over the floor.
It is uber Warcrafty as well, of course, isn't it? Those
Extremely,
floating books. It's
extremely Warcrafty.
grade
Like just
A fantasy
straight
action.
out of Khadgar's library, right? Like just straight out of the tower. I love the variety of bookcases we've got here. As you can see, it's not all just the same thing. We've got loads of different types. We've got loads of different books. I'm enjoying Scar's method of like literally just chucking them on the ground, making the bookcases as big as possible to fill up as much wall space as possible.
This is like one of those bookshops you see on Insta or something.
Yeah.
Where, you know, it's like, it's in some town somewhere. It's next to a big chain of bookstores, but somehow it's still there. And it's got just like bookshelves rammed in, squashed up together. None of the books are organized properly. Some of them smell weird. You go in there and like the guy's rude to you and you're like, how do you even keep rent? How do you live in the city center like this? How does this work? And you know, but there's a magic to it. There's, you know, there's this musty
I can smell
charm.
the books from here. I can absolutely smell this place.
Yeah, you know what? I felt that about this entire event so far. I completely agree.
Oh, and it smells delightful. It really does. And again, I like how he's using the bookcases as partitions, right? As you might find, like in a library or a bookshop, you know, like putting them into the middle of the room, creating little separate spaces with them as well. Experiencing the clipping there.
Yeah. I feel like this is the kind of bookshop where if you took something off the shelves, eventually, after you found something you like, and you took it to the till, if it was something too mainstream that the owner didn't like, he'd like refuse to sell it to you.
Yeah,
he'd be like, get out of my shop. And you're like, but
he'd be like,
this was on your shelf. Yeah, it's like, you failed. I'm not taking you to the secret room. Oh, I wonder if we know about the secret bookcase door that can be used.
Oh.
There is an interactive sliding bookcase, not to try and favor any one contestant here and help them with their build by any means, but there is a secret sliding bookcase door where it looks like a bookcase. But Evitel, when you click on it, guess what happens? I've given it away before, but
it's a door.
It's a door. It slides open in the most magical way.
And it even kind of catches for a moment while it's like moving away. It's like,
very cool.
You know, it really feels like creaky and lived in and old and secret. I love it. Right, so what are we going for here?
Okay, so mostly we've seen sort of customer-facing town buildings so far, but this one looks like it might be airing more towards sort of like a warehouse or storeroom.
Some storage space here going on. Yeah, I like the rotating these chests around so they're not all facing the same direction. A little bit of a sense of, you know, disarray.
It's looking like a WOD dungeon right now.
Yeah, it is. Oh, it really is. Get some cobwebs in there. I feel like we are not seeing enough cobwebs.
Well, I feel like Marseille, he took a long time to get this build started.
Yeah.
He was staring at an empty room for quite a long time. And so whatever his plan is, I have confidence in that man, having spent so long considering this room, that there is a grand plan. I mean, right now, granted, it looks like a bunch of boxes randomly scattered about, but I think there's going to be something very specific going on here.
Yeah, I think there is, and kind of the rotating light in the middle suggests that this place means something.
Yeah, what that could be, who knows? But I'm
we
sure
will
by the
find out.
time it's finished, it's going to be very obvious.
I think that's a camera his mom put in the room, and he accidentally, like, him and his friends were like wrestling, and then they accidentally put a hole in the wall, so he just shoved everything in the room into the corner.
Ooh.
I think
you're onto something.
Very likely, and that's what we call environmental storytelling.
He's just trying to hide it. He's just trying to not get in trouble.
No one's made a community theatre yet.
You know, this is the second time you've said the words community theatre today.
It's actually the fourth. You're forgetting the player housing interview we did earlier. Where basically, it's like, look, I know it's called interview, but here's just a list of stuff I want.
Here are the things that I would like to see in player housing.
And you can just say yes or no, but we're going to take it as a yes either way.
You know what? It's just a jump puzzle.
This museum has turned into a jump puzzle. I was a fool to ever think it was a museum in the first place.
Is a jump puzzle a space you typically have in your town, your neighborhood?
Yeah, if you're Super Mario.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess we're going for an escape room kind of thing.
Yes.
I mean, I've been in a few escape rooms in my time. I've never had to do death-defying leaps of agility and skill. But I'm glad that in this one, you do have to.
Hey, you're doing the wrong escape rooms. Let me tell you.
Last time I was in an escape room, they actually had to bust open the doors to get us out. We were that bad.
Yeah, they're like, get out of here.
And we were like, we still got half an hour left to go. And it's like, we are scared.
Yeah.
We're taking you out of this
you.
place. And I think this is one of those kind of escape rooms. I mean, it looks obscenely dangerous. Health and safety nightmare.
But look at this. I love this method that Toast has been using to stand on the barrel and then using it basically as like a little elevator.
Yeah.
Jumping up as he moves us up. Oh, he sussed it right away.
Absolutely.
Brilliant. How high can he go?
Well, I think his plan here is to test for fall damage. And look how I had no idea you could even go this high.
I didn't realize this building could get this high.
This is never ending.
Oh.
Wait, what?
Is that how you escape?
Whoa! That's insanity.
Amazing.
And your prize is a big empty room. I love that. I had no idea these houses could go so
Toast,
high.
don't do it.
No.
Toast, no! Oh, he's fine.
Yeah, he's all right. He's fine.
He's the boss.
Oh, Scar, you made a mess.
Oh.
All those books are everywhere.
So I feel like this room has been tidied up since we last saw it, to be honest. It was much more of a maze of bookcases before, and now it's a lot more open plan, a lot more space in the center.
Slightly concerning having giant fireplaces in a room full of books.
Wait, I thought this was a bookshop, but I feel like this is actually like a book burning emporium.
Oh no!
For books we don't like, books that are too dangerous.
Oh no! Do you have one of those in your town?
I mean. No, they don't take any of my ideas.
No. Or maybe it's just really cozy. I'm going to be an optimist here, and I'm going to say that Scar is just creating a really cozy space.
Or maybe he
like
just
more fires.
Sincerely, genuinely has no idea how dangerous this is.
Yeah.
And
he does not realize that this is a fire hazard.
I appreciate that kind of naivety. I value it. There should be more of it. Yeah, we've got fireplaces next to fireplaces.
Uh-huh.
This is incredibly dangerous, and I like it.
Really, Scar is just, he's going for danger.
Yeah, absolutely.
Threatening aura here. I thought this was going to be super cozy.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be like a cozy little bookshop.
Wait, what if the books are fireproof?
Well, that would
They
make
are
perfect
magic.
sense. Well,
Yeah, they are floating.
My argument would be, if the books really are fireproof, why build so many fires?
Oh, true. Because then
There's
at
no
that
point.
point, there's just no risk.
Yeah, exactly.
You gotta feel something sometimes.
Hey, you know when you're driving in town and you see like a fire
flying
station,
book. Oh,
and they've got like a little building that's the fire station, which you guess is for training and stuff like that. Maybe they've got a tower with little ropes and stuff. And I often wonder what's inside those buildings. Maybe this is it. Maybe this is what is inside those mysterious fire station training buildings.
It is, actually. So my great-great-grandfather was a fireman, and that's exactly what he had in his fire outpost.
See, this kind of insight into public service.
Yeah, no, absolutely. That's kind of where it comes from. It's genetic.
So Snowmixie is going uber minimalist on this one. What kind of room is she building? An inn? She's building a cozy inn.
It's got to be an inn. I love the platform. It could be the community theater stage that you've been dreaming of.
This is definitely a community theater. This is definitely community theater.
It's way bigger than any community theater
yeah,
I've
and there's
been
the
in.
ticket desk, right?
Yeah.
Like there's the front desk.
Okay,
You come get your ticket. You sit. You kind of wait, and then there's the stage.
I feel like you guys are just trying to be too kind to me and inventing the fact that this is a theatre space. I think clearly this is a very cool bar. Maybe those stairs lead to a tiny theatre space upstairs.
Okay, this is the bar where you hang out beforehand.
There's no real changing area for the actors. They have to do it, in the wings, and I get that.
Okay. Meanwhile, Flame, I think, is going down kind of the goblin storage room.
I think so.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Right.
So this is like highly functional. It's not a glamorous public building. It's not a glamorous part of the city, but it's vital to a functioning society.
Yeah. Could it be? Yeah. Oh, I'm getting. I thought maybe it could be like a blacksmith's or something, but I think it's
like
literally
what he's
just
doing
like
here.
a hideout.
Look at this.
Of stolen goods.
Look at this angle changing to get
I
the
love
big
that.
the
Love
big cog
that cog.
leaning up against the box. I'm actually wildly impressed by that. Probably quite a bit more than I should be. But I love it so much. I love it when people play with the angles of things and do that kind of environmental storytelling in there. Really, really great.
Yeah.
Wait, is that a box with cogs in it?
It is.
Is that a machine box?
Tally, that is a perpetual motion crate.
I've never seen anything like it in my entire life. It's fantastic.
Yeah. So
How big can we make it?
Yes.
That's huge. That's not even a crate anymore.
It went from a crate to a bigger crate.
That
Indeed
perpetual
it is.
motion crate is fully operational. This is mad.
So yeah, I'm getting kind of like slightly seedy vibe from all of this,
Yeah,
right? It's a little desk in the corner with like the goblin rockets behind it. That makes me think this is kind of like a goblin stash house.
Oh, do
like,
you think this might be contraband?
This is absolutely contraband. This is screaming contraband to me.
Right. So in that case, what I'd really like to see in this build, and again, I don't want to tell people what to do. I'd like to see maybe the legitimate front to this contraband storage house.
Yeah.
You know, so like in the front, you've got something that looks like a normal shop, but in the back, that's where the real, you know, you've got to know the past. You've got to be like, I'm here for the stuff.
Right.
Meanwhile, the library situation has escalated.
Yeah, I don't know
Right.
what is happening here. Oh, and no, it's turning into a jump puzzle.
It is
That's
also
what
a jump
is.
puzzle.
Oh, well,
Right.
excellent.
I
Good.
There we go, classic.
Once you start, you can't stop, right?
Yeah,
like,
I get it. I'm all about it.
You know, for many people, player housing is about the RP and about the kind of making something that belongs to your character in the headspace and the headcanon of your character. And sometimes you just want some gameplay. Sometimes you just want to make a jump puzzle.
you're not
or
getting
a
enough
dungeon.
gameplay in WoW.
Or
Gotta
like,
make more gameplay.
or a death puzzle, a death house to lure unsuspecting people into.
You know, I love how this started as a room full of books, but I feel like the books are just part of the theme. This is just a book-themed death jump puzzle.
Yeah.
And you know what?
Well,
I
it's not a
admire
death.
that.
It's not a death jump puzzle if you're good at jumping. is it?
Well, no, exactly.
It's really a skill issue.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, I think we've seen a recurring theme here across the entire week so far. I want to see the when they pulled the data from everybody checking this out and people seeing it here at Gamescom. I wonder if they have a way of tracking how many people tried to fall from an egregiously high height, and see if if they could take damage. So I wonder if they're gonna turn it on, or maybe do something that's like you can just flip a switch, like okay, my house has fall damage. I would like to see them do that.
I would love to see them do it. I fear that my data from my build may have poisoned the data a little bit there because I definitely fell by mistake.
Yeah.
You know, and they're going to see a big drop. They're going to see someone falling multiple floors, and they're going to think it was testing, but it definitely wasn't.
I think my data would probably show that. Thank goodness we didn't add any structural integrity to this because all these houses are going to fall apart.
Okay, so this inn is really taking shape now. It's getting very cozy on the bar there.
Yeah, super cozy. Yeah, seeing some tables and little stools and chairs showing up. You know what we need? We need some cozy lighting.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
I feel like
you
you're
know,
right.
The
yeah.
lighting really makes or breaks a space for me, and I think that'll be the next step to really make this place feel cozy. Yeah, she does have a fire, which is a good first step.
What would you do with the lighting there? You're looking at some
Just
corner
candles.
lamps.
Just candles. Just literally candles everywhere.
And you make a really good point about the use of lighting in general. Like the way that it affects the ambience. I mean, we can even see on the left side of the screen right here, it's like, yeah, the entire room, it changes the tone of the entire room whenever you have the right lighting in there because of how it affects everything. I mean, even with the little radioactive mom camera.
Yeah.
You know, where his mom's making sure he didn't prick a hole in the wall.
I feel that was a very interesting development in Marcellian's room here. We had the arrows pointing into the room to draw in patrons, right? So this isn't some kind of secret contraband stash like we were suspecting. This is genuinely trying to entice people in. There's a chair and a table. I don't know what it's supposed to be.
I think this might just be someone's hideout, right?
Why would you put huge arrows pointing into your hideout?
So all your friends know where you're hiding out.
Yeah.
All the right friends.
Well, because then you put a sign that says this way to secret stash,
exactly,
so they know.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Not for you, copper.
Yeah, just for the right people. We put secret stash in quotes, so they're like, wait, what does he mean?
He's being ironic.
Yeah, he's joking. He's joking.
No one would ever write that if it was true.
Illegal goblin rockets here.
I was hoping that he was going to make a table out of cogs. That was really exciting.
Oh, yeah.
But you know what? I appreciate
He's doing the
placement.
Coolini thing.
He's doing, I do appreciate placing the cogs. Oh, yeah, and you can see using that advanced mode how close and how far you can get things by moving them around on each axis.
You know what? To your point, you could scale that up probably to where it's just slightly thicker than the top of that table, and it would just hide it, so they wouldn't even see it. So
yeah, just a cog style table.
Yeah, and then your friends come over and they're like, "Dude, where'd you find the cog table? I'm searching for it and I can't find it." And then you tell them, "Oh, we gave you Scar's copy of the game." Oh, never mind. Sorry.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are we getting 2 bars in Snow Mixie's bar? I think so.
Yeah.
That'd be handy for mitigating cues.
Yeah, cue mitigation is essential. Yeah, and so I feel like Scar has stopped and he's kind of accepted this as just a kind of a book space.
I feel like
all of the like light panels, the mirrors are gone. Those are gone. There's kind of less of a threatening aura going on in here.
I feel like as an architect, certainly, Scar might be a man who suffers from indecision. Maybe starts off down one road, changes his mind, swaps it up a bit, and at the end is left with this big glorious mess. And I have to respect that.
I don't blame him. I totally get that impulse, especially when you're just given all of these amazing tools to play with, right? Because the world is your oyster. You can do anything, and if you can do anything, you can't do anything.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's that indecisive, and maybe he is, but I don't really.
Oh no, okay. You know what?
I don't know.
I take it back. I have faith in this vision.
Yeah, and maybe.
I might just need it explained to me again. Like
I think his vision just develops over time, right?
Hey,
it grows.
You know
it becomes more clear over time.
You know what? I just don't appreciate that kind of creativity. I think that's what it is. I see someone flicking paint at a canvas, and I think that's all they're doing. I don't think it's coming from anywhere else. But then when it's finished, I'm like, you know what? I'm just blind to the progress, and I'm sorry. I apologize for that. I'm learning. I'm trying to be better.
You're doing great, babe.
Thanks. So this inn is great. The one thing that we don't have, as we've talked about at the moment, is NPCs that we can add to these scenes.
Yeah.
Because, frankly, without a night elf dancing on that table, is it even really a table? Is it really a bar in an inn?
No. Or a coherent man.
Exactly.
Exactly.
But we got the next best thing. We got lots of good lighting. Okay, so what is this just a hideout?
Yeah.
Or a hotel room? Or
this is just a goblin flavor.
Children's playroom.
Yeah. Oh. Yes.
With some massive rockets.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? Goblins probably do that. They probably hey, kiddo, just here you go. Here's your first rocket, buddy.
Start them off at a young age.
Yeah.
And the ones that make it through safely, well, they're going to be good.
Yeah, exactly. I am loving all the use of light here, actually. All the spinning lights, like the blue crackling electricity lights. Oh, look at that. We're pointing that in different directions. And there's some good spotlights here as well you can use to really share and like highlight different parts of your build. Loving that. Still don't know what this room is, but I love the theme, and I'm sure that as soon as Flame explains to our field reporter Esfand what the vibe is here, it's all gonna click.
Sometimes function just has to give way to vibes, doesn't it?
I'm totally
atmosphere,
with you.
just general feeling. Who cares if there's no real purpose? Well, actually, the theme of this challenge does a little bit. So maybe not the greatest choice in that sense, but okay. So here we go. I need to track this progress here because clearly I don't appreciate genius when I see it. And I mean,
it's books. It's a cozy book space, right?
Well,
With potentially a fire hazard. But listen, as we said before, if these are magical books, they're all good, right? I like how there's a book at the entrance. Like maybe that's a guest book. Like maybe you come in.
Just sign in.
Maybe just sign in.
Okay.
To the library.
Yeah. Well, that fence there does make it look a bit like a book zoo in fairness. Like, I'm not going to read any books, I just want to look at them in their natural environment. Oh, it's feeding time down the book zoo. Should we go and watch? I'm not so sure. I don't know. And also, you say, potential fire hazard. I think very explicitly and purposely a fire hazard. I'm very enjoying the quest that's popped from us on his screen there. it's sort of you've had enough home building now. Get out in the world and adventure.
Yeah, come on.
Well, tough, Azeroth, because we're going to stay here.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go and find out what's going on with these rooms. I need to find out. Please, Esfand, explain it to us.
I mean, there's a whole lot. There's a whole lot that's going on here. We're going to start with Flame, because Flame, you've been there's a lot of goblin work going on here. Can you give us like a 30-second walkthrough of what you've done so far?
Well, this is the engineering room that I wish we had in every capital city. So maybe this can inspire new designs in the future, because who cares about being careful when you have so many rockets you can play with? And a little machine there to decide the fate if this gets you into the right race combination, I guess.
So I'm seeing what you're doing here. Would you let's say you got goblins, a bunch of goblin engineering, as we're seeing. What would you say is the recommended age for goblin children to start learning engineering?
If we were talking about goblin years, that's a little bit different. I think the first time you can hold a wrench in your hand, that pretty much qualifies you. Now, it comes with a big safety concern that you have to sign. Now, whether or not you're fully capable of signing that and understanding what you're saying, that's up to the goblins. I don't think we can really understand what they're thinking. But stuff is happening here, and goblins make things work, so there we go.
Okay, so what's your favorite part of this so far? This room.
The favorite part is this, because it really reminds me of the best things in WoW, when you loot a boss and you never know what happens, and most of the times it's a bomb or a skull or something. Oh, look at that. It's exactly how every time my loot goes whenever I loot a boss. That's wonderful.
That's just the story. That's just life sometimes. Sometimes you get it, sometimes you don't. So, all right, thanks, Flame. Okay, Snow Mixie. Give us a 30-second walkthrough of your area so far.
Well, I feel like the time just fly by, so I didn't really do very much, but I tried to do the Goldshire Inn, and it took me a lot of time trying to remember what it looked like. But from what I remember, this is like kinda where you go in. I remember there's some chairs and tables there. We have the bar, we have the campfire, then we have the back room kinda, and then I remember when you go upstairs, it's supposed to be a bedroom, so I put the bed up here. So that's kind of it.
Nice. Okay. No, that's good. That's solid. There's also, we don't have any NPCs, right? There's first aid trainer. There's some other things. But if you could pick any NPC to be dancing on the table in Goldshire Inn, what NPC would you pick? What class race combo?
I have no idea. Maybe the bartender? Like he will be dancing on the table or something? That could be good.
Sick. Okay. Dancing bartender. Double talented. All right. Thanks, No Mixie. Okay. Let's go over. Let's see what Mr. This guy is Toast has got going for us here. Toast, how's it going?
Good. I completed my room.
Sick. What is your, okay, so give us like a 30-second walkthrough of what you got.
That's a jump quest.
Sick. Would you like to complete it for us?
Yeah, let me show you around. Oh, it starts off easy. I kind of based this on, how in Dalaran there's like a lot of mages, and they probably have some secret tricky rooms that, test the new mages, their apprentices, and you gotta figure it out. So you jump up on this, and you're supposed to go on this little pillar. Now this is where it's hard. You got slowly inch. Oh, there you go. This is the big. Yeah. Okay. So.
No, I like the difficulty jump. You know what? I'm gonna take it a step further.
Okay.
What if we make Skara try and do this?
I like it. You know what? Yo, Skara,
we have a puzzle for you.
Oh?
Yeah, we have a puzzle for you. Actually, Toast made this specifically for you.
Great, I love puzzles.
Yeah, he knows that. So, Toast, why did you decide to make this specifically for Skara?
well, I saw him try to do one in the first round, and it didn't really work out for him. So I wanted to make one for him so that he can have a chance,
Sick. Okay, let's see it. So yeah, tell us how it feels.
Is this this is a jump? Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, wait.
Oh.
Oh, I missed at the very end.
Okay, one more. Go again.
That's unfortunate. Wait, I think some of the first jumps. Oh, I just fell.
But I came up with this, little tool to help. Because obviously having to redo this over and over again is gonna be a pain, right? So what you can do is you can just grab a little barrel, you place it down, you go to the tools. There's so much, flexibility, and you can just jump, all the way. I made this 4 stories tall, so in my ideal world, when I get to finish this, it's gonna be this high, but like 8 different rooms. And of course, if you manage to make it all the way to the top, you get a little party. You got a little feast with the lights and the food. It's on the floor right now because I didn't have time to get a table.
Right. Well, I mean, because you wanted to make sure the food was good first.
Yeah. We cooked the food. The food is good. We'll figure out the furniture later.
Did you order the furniture, but then you didn't want to put it together yourself, and you forgot to check the "Please build this for me" box when you ordered it?
Yeah, and it's also like I told them to just put it on the 4th floor, and they couldn't figure it out. So I gotta do it myself.
Classic. Maybe we can get Scar to help. Let me ask him. Scar, are you gonna help him figure out the rest of his puzzle someday?
I mean, he has 8 floors. That's a lot of work, man. I'm busy doing my own stuff.
Toast, you were right, man. He was just gonna wuss out. He said he couldn't do it. He said he wasn't good enough. Can you believe Toast said that about you?
I can. That guy's my biggest op.
Okay, tell us about how your house is going so far.
Okay.
Give us a 30-second walkthrough.
Oh yeah. Okay. I wanted to RP walk, but they removed the hockey for it. So this is my library. You know what I call it? Burns and Noble.
Nice, Burns and Noble. So what happens in Burns and Noble?
It's in a world where information is too precious. We must burn all the books that give people power. So it's a banned book. It's a banned book area.
Wait, but then people won't be able to get all their skills in Classic WoW. So are they just going to go not be able to get all the last ranks of their skills?
Yeah, that's where we're going with this.
All right, sorry guys.
I use a lot. There's so many bookcases / books here that I thought that was really cool. Just going through the different options. You have literally just like sections of books that look like you individually maybe pull them out. And
that's sick, actually.
They're flying books. There's books that are kind of scrolling through magical tomes. And then just books on the floor, all everywhere.
So, I have to ask a question. Do you know what your reading level was in elementary school?
Oh, pretty high.
What, like, how high?
I don't know. All I know is like as I have become a streamer over the years, my reading level has fallen dramatically. I'm at like preschool level reading now.
So you hate what you once loved and that's why your hatred towards books now exists.
Yeah, if I can't have it, they can't have it, kind of deal.
A true streamer, absolutely. All right, thanks, Gara. All right, dude, we got some serious work going here with our houses. The guys are doing good. They're using all the tools. They're figuring out a lot of stuff. Let's head back over to Taliesin and Evitel at the desk.
I admit it. I was wrong. I didn't understand the genius of Burns and Noble. I'm backtracking. I will never live this down. It's my favorite thing I've ever seen.
It's brilliant. And basing your entire build around a pun is kind of like truly next
That is
level.
so T&E coded. And I love that. My favorite thing was when Scarra saw the jump puzzles and he was like, a jump puzzle! As if every single build he's done hasn't had like 3 jump puzzles in it. It's like, what is this you've made? This is amazing. I've never seen anything like it.
No, you say it's a jump puzzle. It was an escape room.
Yeah,
Mind
exactly.
you, this is a place that you could find in a building out in the world. And Toast went for, I have to say, quite an elaborate escape room. And the thing that really, really did it for me was having a little treat at the end.
Exactly, and I know that's how you like it.
Exactly, a little treat at the end.
For me, it was the sheer scale of the floors and how high up they went. It was outrageous, and I loved it. I didn't actually know you could push player housing that far.
That high.
In fact, I've been giving some misinformation for people that have been asking me on the streams, like, how high can I make my house, Tally? And I'm like, I don't know, 3 floors? Yeah, 3 floors, that's what they said. But no, it seems never ending.
No, and also some amazing use of the objects to get you around the space. Using a barrel and then jumping and then moving it up, jump up, jump. Like, genius. And exactly, I think, how they want us to play with player housing, to experiment with it, to use all of the tools at our disposal.
I liked Marcellian's approach of an aspirational building. Not really something that you find in every town, but something he wishes you could.
Yeah.
He's manifesting it. He's making it happen.
The
He's
Goblin
making it
Engineer's room. And I'm glad that we figured out what it was as it was coming along. I mean, thematically, it was quite strong. But yeah, I really enjoyed that and all the little tiny details that went in there.
My favorite thing about the Goblin Workshop, the bath. Why would you have a workshop without a bath?
Yeah.
How else would you test all the toasters and electronics?
Exactly. And Snow Mixie's bold attempt at recreating Goldshire Inn, and I really appreciate that she didn't kind of go wild with it. She was really restrained, and she was like, what do I know? What do I remember about Goldshire Inn?
Yeah.
Not much in certain regards, but in terms
They
of
are
actual
wild
structure,
nights.
They are, yeah, it's easy to forget. So now we are moving on to our next theme, which is freestyle.
Oh yeah, now this is
Absolutely
where the gloves
freestyle it.
come off.
Now this is really interesting because last time we had a round like this, I feel like it can go one of two ways. Either our players get, laser focused, they figure out something that they want, they pick a theme, they pick an idea, and they just run with it and go absolutely wild. Or you get stuck in that, kind of blank page syndrome where you're like, oh wait, what am I supposed to do?
Absolutely, and I feel like the strongest examples of this freestyle theme are ones that ironically have a very strong theme. One that, like something that you can look at and you would think, oh, this was the theme, or this was the theme, and that's the look you're going for. That's the thing you've created, like this Horde and Alliance room.
Ah, friendship.
Exactly.
I love it. I'm looking at some examples now.
Friendship flags everywhere, friendship tusks on the wall.
Oh.
Magnifying devices to make your friendship seem even bigger from a distance. And pictures, all friends, a boat with big tentacly friends. And then, of course,
the Horde side of the
the
room.
Horde side, which is like a war room, throwing things at the wall. Yeah, exactly. And so I want to see a strong theme in this themeless build.
Yeah, I'm with you. And that's where it really shines. That's where these builds can really show off what you can do. So we're going to Flame, and we're seeing, I love these stairwells actually, because they're so big, and you can actually, I've seen lots of great examples of using the stairwell as a room itself, right? Like building kind of a wait, that is huge. How many rooms does he have in there? All right, let's see what he's doing. Okay, we've got Flame paring back. He's deleting.
He's deleting past work?
He's cutting down. He's starting from scratch.
He's like, this does not spark joy.
I love the hallway approach, but we're looking at something else now, potentially working with our stairwell. Is it going to be he's going as high as he possibly can.
We're
he's
going
building
tower?
a tower. I think we're doing tower here. But what kind of tower? That is the question. Now, we're not going to be able to see the exterior because that's not a feature that we have yet to play with here. But I hope that the interior will show us what we need to know about this tower. What kind of tower it is. What is
the obvious choice would be a mage tower.
Yeah.
And all these tools lend themselves to that really, really well. So now we're getting some more tiny square rooms. It's such a great description. Tells you everything you need to know.
And I love how Scar has kind of gone the opposite direction from Flame, who was kind of deleting and focusing on going vertical. Scar is going horizontal. Scar is going all out and seeing how many tiny square rooms he can fit together.
I feel like he might have reached his...
No,
there's still more square rooms to be found. Foolish me. I thought we'd reached a limit, but apparently not. There's room for loads more square rooms.
Is he building a maze?
I might try and write my name with those square rooms. Or perhaps recreate your face.
Has he hit the limit? He has not hit the limit.
Every time I think he's hit the limit, he pulls another tiny square room out of the bag.
Well, that's the thing with Scar. He's the limit breaker. That's what they call him. This guy's just always, pushing it to the next level, and it's really impressive to see that here.
And I feel like this might be his round as well. The freestyle round. I feel like that chaotic energy, that kind of freeform style of build that he has. I'm not saying he doesn't plan anything. I'm not saying he makes everything up on the fly, but there is a sense of that sometimes, and I think that's going to really do him well here.
Now, Tally, you say freeform, but I think what's clearly being built here is some kind of maze, some kind of labyrinth.
Yeah.
Right? He's got these kind of like winding hallway made out of tiny square rooms, and then a large square room, which is now going away and turning into something. Oh, now let's see what it's like inside. Oh, Snow Mixies. Beautiful. She's gone for something very elven. Okay. And a bit rustic.
Wow, some of these ceilings are just so great, aren't
I love like kind of the round and octagonal rooms. I feel like those have a lot of potential to be made into, whatever you want. Oh, now she's got the theme going. She's got the Belemeth soft wood all over the place. Banshee.
All right.
Okay. Let's see where she's going with this. How How many Banshee banners can you fit in one room?
Or multiple rooms.
Exactly.
If she takes the Mr. GM strat and just completely plasters the walls.
And floors.
And
And
floors.
ceilings, yeah.
Okay, looking at banners. Now, looking at this, like, filtering by cultures, styles. Those are really helpful tools when you're having a look. War. Oh, she's doing curtains. She's doing curtains.
I'm liking this first glimpse at Toast's plan.
Yeah. Okay.
What are we going for
Where do we
here?
think he's going here?
I mean, this looks like a horde den, right?
It's feeling
This-
hoardy.
yeah.
I mean, you've got a spiky chest in there. You've got a spiky chest, and that kind of signifies horde, right?
Yeah.
Right off the bat.
And you
Troll.
know-
Oh, troll, tauren, orcish. I like how he's selecting by race here. Very nice.
He was being very definitive with his plan right
Yes,
out the gate.
he is. Right away, like no holds barred. This is a horde space.
Yeah, it's a horde bachelor pad, maybe, as it were. You know?
Yeah.
No,
Could be.
100%.
Yeah.
Well, I know a lot of guys, single horde players, and they their houses look just like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Real life.
mine did for the longest time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Until you started playing Alliance, and then your life changed.
Yeah, and the light was with me from then on in.
Yeah, and then it's like, oh, I need furniture in this house.
Yeah. What?
One chair in front of the TV isn't enough.
Stuff without blades attached to it? What kind of furniture is that? Wait, I can't hurt myself on this furniture?
Hold on. Okay, so
I just don't get it.
Okay. we've got a tower full of weapons racks, training dummies at the bottom.
Oh, so we're making maybe a garrison, as
a
it were.
garrison, a kind of defense tower, right?
Garrison is a strong word.
It is, isn't it?
Did you have to use that one?
I
It
regretted
really-
saying it the second I said it.
Maybe barracks.
We all went quiet.
I took a beat and I tried to find another word very quickly in my vocabulary, but there it is.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah, we'll go with barracks.
Yeah.
We'll go with barracks.
Barracks, that's a good one.
Yeah.
I think the number one defense in this barracks is clearly lots of fun stuff to do as you enter the front door. You know, any potential invaders, after breaking the door down, they're going to come running in. They're going to go, wait, there's like a dartboard in
You're
here?
like, ooh, sweet.
This is
yeah.
great. Okay,
Can
best
I
out of
choose some of
3.
these weapons?
We'll do the
Yeah.
invasion later. Yeah, let's go. I love these weapon racks. I would love to see weapon racks where you could obviously display your own weapons and armor and things like this.
Yeah. Oh, all right.
Yeah, that's what I'm really looking forward to. Is the cross section between appearances and the different actual like items that you can search up.
Yeah.
So maybe there's going to be something where it's like you said, like it's a weapon rack, which is just like default weapon rack and it's empty, and then you can pick an appearance for it.
Where decor and collections meet, sort of thing, you know?
yeah.
Like a
It's
big
super
trophy
cool.
cabinet for all my Mythic Plus titles.
Exactly, for all of those.
Exactly.
In one place.
Well, Keystone Hero, I guess.
Yeah.
I am a disciplined priest after all.
Right. The horde room is really taking shape. We've got the war drums. We've got some spiky chairs. It's not the horde without a spiky chair.
No, exactly. That's at the very core of their being.
Yeah.
And this is very minimal at the moment. I like how restrained
It
Toast
is.
is being with this, you know, because like
Yeah, I feel like he's just so like, okay, it's like you said, it's minimal, but it's
It
like
is.
he knows exactly where he wants to put everything.
Yes.
and it's also very grounded,
Yeah.
which is obviously the complete opposite of his last room that he made. So
Okay.
I'm liking the variety of ideas and environs that Toast has been showing us in this competition.
I would even say it's different from how he is in real life. Very lavish. Toast is he's very
Just-
lavish.
he's
just
absolutely over the
always
top.
absolutely. So to humble himself for this competition is really, yeah. I mean that's cool. I think that's just hearts out to him for sure.
Yeah, yeah. I do love how this is kind of like a therapy session for all of our players, right? Like they're really kind of delving deep into themselves, finding out what really makes them tick, learning something about themselves along the way.
A brave thing to do live on the stream.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean it takes courage.
It really does.
It really does.
And still could potentially go incredibly wrong. We could discover something horrible about any of them. Just give themselves away through their decor. So where did that come from? That's vile. I can't even pretend to not be worried about you. So far, we haven't had that happen.
No.
I'm not saying I want it to happen. I wouldn't take any pleasure in it happening. I'm just putting it out there as being potential.
Yeah, just keep watching to find out, guys.
Yeah, exactly. I'm glued to it.
Yeah. Okay. Again. Seeing this this horde area like really come together piece by piece, with intentionality, right? That's
Yeah.
kind of the key word with Toast.
Very precise.
yes,
It
he's-
reminds me
yeah.
of when I did a little kind of tour of the player housing area where people are playing on their systems yesterday,
Yeah.
and there was a little boy with his dad, and the little boy was in charge of the computer, and he spent the entire time just meticulously laying a table, and he pushed the little chairs in, all 4 of them, and he put little placemats for each of them and little cups, and he was just loving it. You know, I bet he was rubbish at tanking, but he was brilliant at laying a table.
Yeah, no,
and I was so proud of him.
Aww.
The dad definitely is like, yeah, no, I'm better at him than tanking, guys. 100%.
I let him tank for a while. I just got really angry with him. Almost ruined our relationship, you know, and absolutely bricked the key. So this is his level, and he was loving it. He was having a great time.
That's great. That's
I love
great.
that.
Housing, bringing families together.
Yeah, exactly.
I can totally see myself getting lost in little details like this too, right? Like, you know, you can have little fruit bowls. You've got like little table settings. You know, you can make books as big and tiny as you want and build bigger books out of little tiny books, right? Like I love seeing the grand scale of things. I love seeing people working with like the floor plans, building upwards, building outwards. I think there's also huge potential for just like choosing literally like a table and then arranging it, like you say, into something really special and unique.
Do you know what I love about this version of the Player Housing Showcase that we've been doing? No competitor has ever really limited themselves to one single room for any build.
No,
like
they haven't.
every
That's
single
true,
build
good
has like
point.
gone out into multiple rooms and had different facets like that, which I think is awesome. I mean, look at this. Who doesn't love a corridor?
I
You
love a
show
corridor.
me someone who doesn't love a corridor. I've never met them. I don't think they exist. And walking through that corridor into that room, it's just satisfying, isn't it? You know?
Yeah, it really is. Oh, nice horde bunk bed there.
Several censuses actually said that corridors are the most popular housing-related structure.
No way.
Yeah, that was last year, though. So I don't know about 2025, but 2024,
I thought
corridors
it
were huge.
I thought it was staircases. Our kids are fascinated by staircases in
Yeah.
like housing kind of toys and things like that.
Yeah. Okay.
So we're getting a full-on kind of Sylvanas, Banshee Queen,
Yeah.
sort of
Bit of blight.
shrine, sort
Yeah.
of place of worship here.
Yeah, and again, like
can't
you
fault
have- right, you know, she's changed the color of the rug to be that kind of like acid green and purple. You know, she's using those lanterns with like the green glow. Really good, and just really effective in just like making a space feel like a particular theme. Oh, she's going to another room doing the same thing.
Flame, going
Love
back
it.
to the tried and trusted method of just adding foliage on the ground.
And you know what?
He is the plant master.
He did say he's interested in touching grass.
Yeah.
He's the
And
leaf king.
He is.
He's the branch boss. You can't stop him.
Yeah. Oh, I love the little individual coffins. Is that where they sleep?
That's where they die.
Oh.
You're not going to like this episode. I have to explain it to you. We can't keep you sheltered anymore. It's time we had the talk.
Well, you know, it's up to Snow Mixie.
No,
she
I-
says that's where they sleep. That's where they
Yeah,
sleep.
well, exactly.
She
She's the architect.
plays a paladin, she can rest. She can rest.
I like how we've got a whole bunch of empty coffins in one room and a suspiciously closed lid coffin in the other.
Nothing bad is going to come out of there.
Absolutely.
Well, it's where they sleep. They just made their bed.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Well,
Yeah.
that's where they sleep, is in that single coffin. And then they go and chill in their own individual ones later on.
Oh, okay. All right, something is going on here. Are we getting a kind of per level? Okay, no, I think he's just changing it up. But it looked for a second like we had kind of a per level theme going on
Ah.
of this tower.
But we're keeping it consistent, it seems,
Yeah,
and going
yes.
for that like classic World of Warcraft barracks look. I think
Yes,
you know,
yeah.
no doubting what this is.
Yeah.
It's just a few floors higher than you might be used to. That's all.
How many floors do we have now?
I'm not sure. We'll have to ask him, but it's a lot.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it really if it compares to Toast's escape room, but it could do. I am not over this yet. I'm so amazed by how high these buildings can go.
Yeah.
Absolutely outrageous. And of course, the inside of player housing is completely disconnected from the outside.
Yes.
When you do get outsides and neighborhoods to play with, you can create this incredibly high space on the inside, or you can have rooms stretching off and branching off for days, but that won't affect how your house looks on the outside. That's going to look how you want it to look. You can toy with both individually.
Yeah. I think there's a lot of benefit to that. When I first heard that, I was like, oh no, but like, you know, I want consistency. I want it to feel real. But I think like being able to create, you know, a little hutch outside that is like a magnificent Forsaken mansion on the inside. I think that's really, really fun. And, you know, also just means that you might not upset all your neighbors.
I would like a reverse TARDIS, where it's as big as possible on the outside, and you get all excited, and then you go in, it's the tiniest room you've ever seen.
A single closet.
Just a bucket.
Yeah. Give him, like, you look at it, it's a little tent, little cottage, and just boom, it's the opposite.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
I like to, you know, surprise my guests.
Yeah. We're all going around Talie's house next.
Yeah, well,
Can't
after we've been bunk buddies on this horde, just a chill pad, isn't it? Really, it's just an apartment.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever slept on a top bunk?
I insist.
I have at camp. I feel like
I'm terrified.
Seriously, imagine being a lower bunk, dude.
Well,
Are you that guy?
I don't want to get the murder charge when it breaks. I did not trust it.
You make a good case.
Yeah.
You know what? Fair enough. I used to think the top bunk was the best bunk, but I think it's bottom bunk is where it's at.
You reckon?
It's cozy. It's like you're safe, you know.
Well, unless it breaks.
Yeah, you are kind of at the mercy of your bunkmate, aren't you?
If I'm at the top bunk.
It gives the illusion of coziness and safety, right? That's important to me.
That's important. It's like a cat. Like cats always go in there like, oh, a box. And
Uh-huh.
like,
Yeah.
Oh,
immediately.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
That's
Oh.
really interesting. So sliding that along like that.
Yeah.
There is actually a button you can press to disable kind of snap
Snap
which,
the grid,
and
yeah.
allow clipping, which it could have pressed instead. But I love that technique of placing it somewhere else and sliding it across.
Yeah. I feel like, people haven't gone wild with the kind of advanced mode in terms of like turning off clipping. And I think in terms of these relatively quick builds, having clipping is really, really useful because it means that things aren't just like all over the place. They make a bit of sense,
Great point.
right? Off the bat.
Yeah, I mean that's just the recurring theme. It is your house. You can make it the way you want. You can get as intricate and advanced with it as you want. You can throw something up there and it's like, cool, sick, it's done.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know?
totally.
Yeah.
And if you want to spend hours placing things to the millimeter and to the degree you can, it is getting cozy in this bedroom.
It is.
It's kind of hot actually.
Toasty, one might say.
Yeah, they gotta get some AC. Open a door.
Oh, I do.
Okay,
love the sofa
I'm sorry.
in
I know
there.
this coffin is scaring me. It's kind of just. I find it very unsettling. I need to know what's going on. I don't like it. I can't concentrate.
There's a little sofa for you to sit on and observe.
Watch.
And whatever is going to come out.
Do you
of
know
that
what?
coffin.
And one person every 100 years is chosen to be the watcher, and all they're allowed to do is sit there and watch the coffin. And they go, "What happens if the lid opens?" And they're just like, "Run."
Yeah.
If you see the lid open, it's already too late.
They got a big bell.
Light the fire, light the
Oh,
torch.
summoning circle.
Oh, fantastic!
Oh.
All right,
This is getting very
This is
spooky.
getting spooky. Yeah, I had a feeling some spookiness was up here. Now, what's going to go at the center?
It's very ominous.
Ooh. Is this like a memorial? I feel like this is kind of like a forsaken memorial space. Like it's a little bit spooky, but you know it's still, kind of lovely.
Imagine if they'd implemented properly, having music that could play in your housing at this point. Imagine the atmosphere you could get in there. Imagine the spoopy music that you could play.
Yeah, or like
Absolutely.
like a hidden away room or something, and then all of a sudden it starts playing like the graveyard music.
Yeah,
Yes.
like just some
Yeah.
spooky organ music, but it's
Yeah.
always playing from the room that you're not in.
You know what?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we don't have enough of in this build just yet. I need like a piano. I need an organ. I need
some
I need
Karazhan
music.
in there.
Yeah. I need some musical instruments that I can just decorate my house with that I'm never going to play because that's true to life.
Yeah.
Right?
Of course.
You know, there is a story
everyone's
being
got
told in Flames Tower here, and I want to know what that story is. You know, we've gone from the basic barracks at the bottom. We're getting a little bit more plush now as we go up. I'm sure there is a purpose in mind for this, and I want to know what that is.
Yeah. I guess like the living spaces upstairs, or is it this more kind of like the study area? Right?
Our more astute viewers will notice that there is one property being built at the moment that is conspicuous by its absence
Yeah.
Yeah.
in these reels. So
I wonder what's going on there.
tensions are high. My anticipation is wild at this point.
Oh, I cannot wait to see.
Well, it'll be a job to beat any of these builds because they are all really good. Some more. I thought we were leaning the picture against
Me
the table
too.
there.
No, I think
in
we're getting
true
there.
Flame
I think
style,
they
almost
might
like
be-
his trademark move at this point.
All right, got some Horde weapons racks, of course. We've had kind of the more cozy, like, Horde bunk space. We've got somewhere to sit and sip from our tankards, which I love. And now we've got some weapons going up as well. very, very true to Horde. I love it.
Yeah, this is almost like a kind of a horde hostel. Imagine you're in a city which isn't a horde city.
Yeah.
Imagine it's the opposite of Silvermoon, and you just have a small sanctuary just for yourself. And businesses naturally crop up. They're like, hey, are you an orc away from home? You want some creature comforts? You want something that feels familiar? Come on in here. We've got the full orc experience
with
for
some
you.
bananas and apples.
Well,
'Cause,
yeah,
you know,
exactly.
everyone needs a bit of fruit.
Okay, just because you love spiky things doesn't mean you can't be healthy. Doesn't mean that you can't watch what you're eating. Doesn't mean you don't need your 5 a day.
You're absolutely right. Love having the indoor grill, the pizza oven, which I love. As
Boy,
an
I sure
asset,
do
looks
love
so cool.
pizza. I love pizza.
Yeah.
And you might be thinking there's a lack of ventilation there, and that's true, but they have just different tolerances, orcs.
Yeah.
You know, they're just built different, aren't they?
Yeah.
Okay, we're getting a nice little reading. Again, more books by the fire.
A recipe book. It's a recipe book.
I just feel like we need to make it clear to anyone watching this that don't do this in your own kitchen, okay? Like,
don't try this at home.
it looks cool in the video game World of Warcraft, right? But don't leave your books by open fires.
Oh my gosh. I just realized my WoW cookbook at home is right next to the stove.
Oh.
But is your stove on? Is it a blaze?
No,
Then you're all right.
It's
That's
a decorative,
okay.
yeah, decorative stove.
Unused.
Yeah,
It
completely.
really, the book and stove can be okay if there's no open fires. I think that's, you're doing it right. Subconsciously.
Right. I got lucky.
And again, a lot of kind of pathways lit by rows of torches in these properties too. So, I'm liking that look.
I like how she's used a couple of different styles of these kind of, flaming torches. You know, some are very, very green. Those are just kind of normal fire. Curious to see what is going on here. Is
Do you
this
know what? I love her use of dyes. I think it's so good, right? 'Cause if I was doing this build and I was like, I want, Forsaken-y stuff, and I want kind of Banshee stuff and spooky stuff, I would have gone through the menu and I would have passed right over that blue and yellow kind of Alliance-themed rug.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have even considered it because it just doesn't fit my theme, right?
Right,
But
yeah.
she saw a pattern she liked, she saw a shape she liked, she's like, I'm just going to dye that stuff. I'm going to make it the color, I'm going to make it fit. And, that's a level of kind of creativity that I don't have.
Now, I know we've had this debate over whether these are coffins or beds, but what if this is a vampire's house?
Ooh,
Right.
good
Right?
point.
So
Right.
is this like his kind of walk-in closet deciding which coffin he's going to sleep in?
I
He likes to
I
mix
like
it
to
up.
think it's a family or like a group of friends or like
yeah.
a streamer house, right? And like who all just happen to be vampires.
That
right?
makes sense. What, like most of them are, really, to be honest.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, nocturnal.
Yeah, I am. I can't lie. I am slightly unsettled by the open coffins and then the ominously closed coffin. But that's good, right? I like being scared.
Yeah,
I
a little
enjoy
bit,
it.
A little bit of fear
Yeah.
keeps you on your toes.
Well, here's the thing. If the coffin is empty,
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm picking up what you're putting down. Exactly. I'm loving this completely out of place chair in Toast Build here. It's fantastic. Just a little splash of personality and colour in otherwise very kind of thematic orc rustic room, right? Yeah.
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 It's a zebra skin.
I can see
right?
I can see it's a zebra skin from hunting, right? Because we love killing things because we're orcs. But it's more the kind of like the jaunty 70s kind of inflatable style of it that's impressing me.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like how they did that. They have a lot of pieces of furniture that are like, okay, this is like a traditional, this looks like a goblin piece, this looks like an orc piece. And then they take kind of like, kind of goofy furniture that you see in real life, and they gamify it into like World of Warcraft mode.
Yeah.
So here's what I want to see. I want to see those old like rocker chairs that people had. Like
yes.
Dude, I had my rich friends that had that when they were kids, and they had like speakers in them and stuff. They never
yeah.
worked. Yeah, nobody could ever figure out how to work them. But they had those rocker chairs all the time.
I like how Toast has put a kind of very modern art style, kind of cubist style painting in his little kind of zebra chair corner there. It's like
just a little bit of flavor. That one
He's
is
going
of
to
a
do his
Tauren,
Maga
right?
Orc
So-
Heritage Armor Quest, though,
Ah.
to really nail the look.
Yes, yes. Oh, okay. I'm loving this little rug going into the corner. Wait, so now there is kind of like a Silvermoon style.
I feel like you
level.
may have given Flame a sweet idea there.
Yeah. Oh,
Like
is that what's happening here?
The many layers
He
of
can't hear
Azeroth.
me. He is
different
locked in.
themes.
He
Oh,
cannot
that's
hear
true.
a word I'm saying.
That's right. When that man is in the zone, you can't even reach
No,
him.
absolutely. Right, so I feel like every level of this tower The one below it looks a little bit blue, right? It's kind of representative maybe of like major cities, maybe the factions, maybe races, right?
Yeah, it's like a race rainbow, as it were, going up the tower. Different thing to experience on every floor. I like it. I think it's terrific.
Yeah.
What's
like
next?
A museum almost.
Yeah, totally. Or at least an immersive experience.
Kind of like what you would get at a community theater.
Yeah, exactly. Except like way bigger and more expensive, obviously. It's kind of like when you queue for a ride at a theme park and it takes you through different kind of interesting things to look at while you're queuing for hours and hours and hours. And like right at the top, maybe there's like a big dip or a roller coaster or something, you know. And the roller coaster is called Journey Through Azeroth. And so this is the queue that takes you through all different zones of Azeroth on your way to the ride.
This is like a very, very specific vision you have.
I might be reading a bit much into it, sorry.
You might be, but I like it. I like that you went there.
Can you imagine a Warcraft theme park?
Oh.
Yeah, I
Yes.
can. It's the only reason I started playing Overwatch, because they had one.
There you go.
I was like, look, if I have to play a team shooter to go to the World of Warcraft theme park, then that's what I'm going to do. And I did, and I enjoyed it until I got shot. In the game.
Yeah.
In the game.
Like, yeah, to be very clear.
What would you call a World of Warcraft theme park?
Well, that's the hard thing, because it's like World of...
That's what you would call it. World of Warcraft.
World of Warcraft,
yeah,
right?
that's what you'd call it.
Is that confusing, potentially?
Well, yeah, but then the one in California would be Land of Warcraft.
Land of Warcraft.
So, you know.
True.
And then you could have one in like different countries too.
Yeah, you could have Universal Warcraft somewhere.
Yeah,
exactly.
Euro Warcraft.
Euro Warcraft.
Six Flags Over Warcraft.
I'd obviously just call it World of Warcraft World.
Yeah.
It just makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's no brainer.
Yeah.
Or World of Warcraft.
World of WoW.
Oh yeah. Or WoW of World of Warcraft.
WoW World.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, if you are going to make a World of Warcraft theme park, you're not going to be stuck for options for the name. That's the least of your worries, frankly. The lawsuit is your biggest worry.
Okay.
This is the pews here for people coming to take part in their... Okay, so do people come here and take part in a ceremony that then raises whatever's in those coffins, you think?
Yeah, something about this feels ceremonial, like you say. Adding the pews. Before I was like, this feels like maybe a kind of private space of like contemplation or, you know, whatever. But yeah, I feel like people... this is a place for others to come in, join my cult, raise some people from the dead, and have a nice time.
Yeah, totally. I think there's some nice cozy ones at the back. This is great. And I love, like I say, I do love how all of these are going beyond the limits of just one room.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and extending into creating entire environments, you know, with like that kind of storytelling and that kind of very thematic feel. And one thing I will say is they are all spectacularly thematic.
Oh,
these builds.
They're really going for it. We're seeing some amazing work from all of our contestants right now. Just got a little shot of behind the partitions there, which was just full of cobwebs. Like, even in something you can't really see that we just saw, like, very briefly. I love that little detail, like, a little bit of atmosphere.
Staff only.
Yeah. Could yeah.
What is that with staff only signs? Every door that ever says staff only just looks completely like a disaster.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that's why they don't bother cleaning it.
No, well,
the customers go there.
I think we've sussed it.
Yeah.
I'm disappointed every time I sneak into any single one of them.
Okay, so there's food going in this room, which I wouldn't think of putting in a room with a single coffin in there.
Well, I mean, that's for the Watcher, obviously.
That's for the guy who sits on the sofa.
The Watcher needs 100 years worth of food.
Yeah, just needs a few snacks.
Until the end of their shift.
Yeah.
Exactly, you know, and...
Okay.
Got to keep their energy up, got to keep
I
alert.
like it. They've got it. Okay. Oh, and they've even got that little, like, changing room corner for when, whatever comes out of that coffin. It has a little spot for some privacy.
Or it's to hide from whatever comes out of the coffin.
Oh, yeah. You've got, like, a little bit of privacy and be like, yeah, I'm gonna change my garb. It's been 300 years.
I mean, that food is smoking hot as well. It's fresh out of the oven.
Yeah.
And now some torture devices. Excellent. This is perfect. I'm really liking the theme here.
This is taking an interesting turn.
The Horde Bachelor Pad coming on an absolute
there
treat.
are 2 chairs there, darling. I don't think it's a bachelor pad. You know, I think there's something.
Well,
there's
you can
something
have
nice
guests.
there's something nice and kind of communal about this.
When I had a Bachelor Pad,
it
did have 3 chairs in it.
Oh, wow.
But I was wild.
That's a story for another day. But I do love, yeah, look, Toast is now playing with the die system,
Awesome.
right? So you can see there are different slots on different items, and this kind of general slot is usually the, like the color accent, so he's changed that up. There's also the wood slot, which in this case would be kind of like the bits of wood sticking out at the top that are helping it hang up. So yeah, really, really nice, really cohesive. Love how he's going in, yeah, adding a little bit of
making it more his
flavor.
own. Absolutely.
Yeah,
It's like, yeah, I could take what's kind of offered in the base version of these, or I can just mix it up and like have a different main color running through, which is what they're doing, and I think that's fantastic.
Yeah, really nice. Changing the color of those skins on that bench, just giving them a little bit something else. Yeah, there are so many ways to really make all of these items and features feel like your own.
And do you know what I love about this? I love like the cooking utensils are in the corner of the room within sight of the dining table, okay? So it's social. You've got guests around, they've bought a bottle of mead or whatever, and a boar that they've killed, and they plop it down on the table, and you're cooking it up, but you can still talk. You can still chat.
Absolutely.
You can still talk about raiding and pillaging and murder and dark portals and stuff. You can have a really social time while you're preparing the dinner. It's like a kind of communal activity. Just because they're orcs doesn't mean they can't form incredibly awesome, long-lasting bonds.
Yeah, exactly. And wow, our tower continues to grow. Okay, maybe.
It's kind of getting more magical as we reach the top, right? So
magical.
it started off as like your most basic barracks,
You're
sort of
right.
just like very kind of down to earth, very rustic, swords, spikes, ropes, things like that. And it's getting more and more magical as we go up.
It is.
To the top.
I think you might be onto something. Good old Dalaran.
Almost like the bottom is like an illusion
Oh.
to kind of like throw people off the scent.
Is
Oh,
it?
and there we go.
I mean, it is the quickest way down.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
Fantastic. And that is your time competitors. Hands off the keyboards. That Call for Allies quest is just going to have to wait. Esfand's going to talk us through all of those rooms and find out the story.
Yeah, we're going to mix it up. We're going to start with Toast this round. So, Toast, tell us what's going on here.
Well, I went for the classic horde house. You know, this is the home of an orc that's been serving, Thrall for the last 20 years. He's very diehard. He only cares about the horde, rise for the horde, die for the horde. So his house reflects that.
Yeah, I see a lot of the military service of the orc coming in here.
Yeah, no, he's been through it, His original war chief was Thrall, and then the Sylvanas lady comes over and messes things up. I don't even know, he liked Vol'jin, but he only stuck around for like 10 minutes. But he's been through it all.
But it doesn't matter to him. He likes one guy, but he's just going to keep on fighting.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. He serves the horde, the ideals of it, not an individual war chief.
Okay, solid. Yeah, we can see. I noticed whenever you were building this, that you would go, you'd put them together, and then you'd go and you would sit on a chair. Like, it's almost like you were really immersed into having the character contemplate, like, does this room look right? Yes, it does. And then you'd move on to the next thing.
Yeah, well, you gotta test things out. Do I see myself living here for the next 3 to 4 years? Real estate in Orgrimmar is not cheap.
Oh, dude, property tax is crazy. It's so bad, I heard.
Yeah, like, you gotta see yourself. You gotta raise a family, little orc children. You gotta teach them how to go to war. You gotta, put yourself in this position. And, let me show you. This is my little chill area. Sometimes it's not all serious, all war. People have that misconception about orcs. It's like, oh, fight, fight, fight. But they like to get a little silly sometimes.
Yeah, no, I think the flamingo really sends it home whenever it's paired with the with your zebra pelt chair.
Yeah, we also have a Picasso art painting by the famous Torin artist.
Oh, yeah. I think it's Hufaso.
Yeah, Hufaso. And we got a little greenery, some fruit, Orcs can also enjoy the finer things in life.
No, I love it. Well, good stuff. Sick. You know what's crazy is Skara, the whole time he was like, trust me, next round when you look at Toast's house, it's going to be complete garbage, and he was absolutely wrong. Yeah. Absolutely he was wrong. So, Skara, what did you put together?
So I decided to do kind of like a maze.
Okay.
Like choose your own adventure. Like, which of these 3 doors looks like the correct door to move on, Esfand?
Middle. Right. Middle.
You went to the middle one.
No, just oh, frick. Okay. Go other side. No, the other side.
Oh, this side?
Yeah.
And you'd be correct. Ooh. And behind the front, there's another 3 doors.
Okay. So wait, I went right. You know what? You know who's a puzzle master?
Who?
Toast is real good at puzzles too. I think we should get Toast to try this.
Yeah, get Toast over here.
Okay. Toast, I know you talked a lot of trash about what Scar is going to come up with, and he's going to put you to the test. He said he heard about this, and he wanted to see what you got.
Yeah, it's just choose a door. Which door do you think is the right door?
Oh, wow. I didn't know there's interactable doors here. Wow. Where do I... Okay, so there's 3 doors. Okay. Knowing Skara, he's probably going to go forward.
Wait, he knows me. He knows me too well. Okay, well, which door is it now?
Oh, frick. Okay.
Well, I don't think you'd ever go right. Maybe it's a left. But sometimes, I don't know, you might be tricky. You probably do another forward, wouldn't ya? Oh, no.
Okay, anyways, I didn't want to finish it up because it'd be a little boring, but there's an end of the maze. Obviously, after the grueling maze, you have to make it worth it for the person who solves it all. Now, it looks like I got lost in my own maze, but just ignore that real quick. This is a kind of a long one. If you look at my blueprint over here, I made...
oh my gosh.
I did a couple rooms. But at the very, very end...
I feel like that was like the first time I looked at the new talent trees.
At the very, very end, you're rewarded with...
Oh, the big prize. Okay, what's in the chest?
Could be anything. Could even be another chest.
Oh my gosh, and then maybe it's another chest, and in the end there's a babushka in there.
How do you like the designs on the right?
I like that. Is that troll? Zandalari troll?
Oh, that is Zandalorian. Do you know what that is from?
It's the Zandalari. It's like a paladin, Zandalari troll paladin motif.
Yeah. What item do you think that is? Like what accessory?
It's a Zandalari troll paladin motif.
It's a bed.
Oh, what the frick?
I rotated the bed. It looked nice from the back.
I thought it was a Zandalari troll paladin motif.
And then there's a nice little chair you can relax in because now you're the winner. So I made a small little maze,
Sick.
Little thing.
No, that was sick. Good stuff. Yeah, because you know what production said? Like, we're not showing you scars on purpose.
Oh, yeah, they knew. They wanted you to use your brain.
Yeah, they did. But joke's on them. I didn't use my brain. Never have. So, next up, we're mixing it up a little bit. Let's start with Flame. Oh, he's got the moves. Look at that. He's dancing here in his new house. Give us a run through.
Oh man, my stuff is so geeky. So it starts with the classes and races that I've enjoyed over the course of my years in WoW. I mean, you can probably guess what this is. Although I've seen what Toast did, and he knocks mine out of the park with the Horde theme and the Warrior theme. But I stuck as many spiky things as I could on the walls.
It can't go, when it's Horde, you can't go wrong with spikes.
That's true. And going into Night Elves and Druids and Hunters, I try to, kind of think what my 20-year-old Druid would look like, what he would do in the house. That's kind of, putting stuff on the walls and sleeping in grass. And then would be the Human Paladins. I kind of want to recreate the first time I went into Stormwind back in Vanilla, and I heard that music, and my hair stood on my arms, and like, oh my god, it's so cool!
The rolling drums right at the beginning, like,
yeah, totally, the Paladin vibes and all of that stuff. And then the last part is kind of tied to the War Within, and the last class that I actually started to really enjoy, which is Mage. And after the cinematic that we've seen with Blood Elves, I'm all invested in the lore and the culture and the theme and all of the shiny little books and magic and chaos that comes with it. That's kind of the vibe.
Nice. Yeah, we were saying it looks almost like a museum.
Yeah, it's a museum of all of the, I don't know, and I don't want to know how many hours spent in WoW with over the years, but it's what it is what it is. It's got us all here.
All right, there you go. Yeah, it's looking good. That's a good one. Very, very good. And we have our final contestant here. We got Snow Mixie. Snow Mixie, it's been a long, hard-fought battle. Tell us what you have so far in your in the final house here.
Okay, so I did this for Sylvanas and all the Sylvanas fans. It is, we are worshipping her here. So this is her little altar. Here you can sit and like, you know, pray with us for Sylvanas. And then over here I have our little bedroom. If you want to stay over, maybe you can sleep here in the coffins. And then obviously I had to make a room for Sylvanas in case she ever comes by our house. So this is the main bed for her, and I give her some privacy as well with the stones here. And then
Absolutely.
yeah, and then obviously I needed to, like, if she's hungry, if she's thirsty, like I have that ready. I have a little couch here, and then something that we don't know exactly what happens here.
Oh, but it could have been anything happened.
Oh yeah, it could be anything. We don't know.
It could be good. It could be a tragedy.
Exactly. No idea.
Okay. What was so? I noticed you've done a really good job the entire show using the different items and adjusting their scale, using the different options available to you to make things in ways that not necessarily that they weren't intended, because I think by allowing you to do this, they intended you to do everything, right? So I like how you did this wall here and gave her like a little privacy wall for her bed.
Yeah, I wasn't really sure about this wall. Like, I would have wanted to put it a little bit more together, but it's fine. I think it's good like this anyway.
Okay, good stuff. Now, guys, there is a, we're getting the results in because there is going to be a champion. Yes, there is going to be a champion today. Sorry, there is going to be a champion today. And I'm waiting on the final results because there was votes in all these rounds of who did the best. Yes, okay. The results are final. They get this trophy. The winner gets a Creator Clash live from Gamescom Housing Champion Trophy. Okay? And it could be anyone. Yeah! Yeah! It could be anyone. Yeah, there's a trophy, Skara. This might be yours. Do you think it's yours?
No.
You would be right. It could be Toast's. But it's not. Guys, our winner for the Housing Championship is Snow Mixie. There it is. Snow Mixie, do you have any words for us?
Give what?
Do you have any words for us?
Thank you so much for this. This was so much fun, and thank you guys for liking what I made as well.
There you go. All right. Thank you guys for voting for Snow Mixie. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys got to see a lot of the housing stuff. Thank you to the crowd. Big, awesome crowd, yes. And thank you to Taliesin and Evitel, who are going to take it away.
And there we have it, our victor, our champion, Snow Mixie, the queen of colour, the dame of the dyes. Taking items, making them a different colour, making them better, and then putting them in the room to really seal it all off.
Exactly, who cinched the win with a house fit for a queen. for Sylvanas herself. I love how, I'm not going to say that I was right about the coffins being beds, but I was. So I just like to think we're on the same wavelength.
Amazing concept for the end there. But I have to say, let's not take away anything from any of our contestants. There was some incredible imagination and builds going on there.
Absolutely amazing stuff going. And I like how all of these have been kind of a lot of them have been a journey through our kind of contestants' minds and their psyches.
It was scary.
At
times it was terrifying.
It was
often
absolutely
concerning,
scary.
but sometimes beautiful.
I loved Marcellian's journey up through his literal Warcraft journey, the classes he's played, the races he's played. That was brilliant.
Something so meaningful to him, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, totally.
Toast's absolutely beautiful horde sanctuary for a warrior, but who also has like a fun and fruity side, like all of us.
Don't we all?
And Skara's absolutely brilliant and kind of mind-bending labyrinth hallway maze, which had even the top players foiled.
My mind is burning with plans for the future. I'm going to go home, I'm going to get myself a player housing plan book.
Right.
And I'm going to like fill up all the pages with like ideas of what I'm going to build when this thing goes live. And that's just on the inside. I don't even know what the outside is going to look like.
We have no idea. I mean,
what kind of damage can we do there? It's going to be fantastic. But
Well,
genuinely, this was a cut above and a real kind of evolution from our first day as well. Some of the things we saw here were like genuinely inspiring in a kind of I'm going to build this or giving me ideas kind of way.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
hopefully you've enjoyed it as well and seeing the kind of potential that player housing has, because that's just the tip of the iceberg. This is just the start. This is kids that have been on this for a couple of minutes, and that's what they can do.
Exactly.
Imagine what you'll do when you're 1,000 hours in, which you know you will.
You know you will. I absolutely cannot wait.
This entire Creator Clash has been such a joy to be a part of, and not just the player housing part, although that was the best bit, but also the dungeons and the delves and even the PvP.
Even the PvP.
It's been great. Thank you for joining us on our journey through here. But of course, you know, we've got loads more to come in our stay at Gamescom here. Paul Cubitt is doing his panel tomorrow about the systems coming up in midnight, and there'll be loads of interesting talk there. There's a fireside chat with Ian Hazakostis and Mr. GM on our stage tomorrow as well, and a little chat with Maria Hamilton as well.
Yeah, that's all coming tomorrow. So Gamescom is still absolutely happening, absolutely kicking here in Hall 8 on the World of Warcraft stage. Thank you guys so much for tuning in.
Oh, it wouldn't have been the same without you.
Oh,
it would have been much worse.
You.
It would have been rubbish, actually.
Yeah.
You made it what it is. Thank you very much. From me, Taliesin.
And me, Evitel, and everyone here.
Cheerio.